Yo, what's up, everyone? This is episode 112 of the Blrd podcast. As always, we have Green Tuner.
Hello.
Greencast.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Dark Side.
Yo.
Okay.
And myself.
Yo.
And myself,
What up,
the
Ed?
Yay, how's it
Underground.
going? All right.
Hey.
So what are you guys been up to?
Hey.
Good seeing you, the Ed
What are you guys
Underground.
been up to?
Wow,
doing?
Ed Underground. He's
No?
so is he? What? Like, I feel like somebody was missing last week. I feel like we got the band back together. The Ed Underground must have been missing. That's only. I feel like there was a huge hole in the podcast roster last week. It must have been Ed, because we
Well,
love
I
him so
mean,
much.
the only huge hole would be left in you if I,
Okay, let's see. Where is this going?
Damn.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, but what?
Ed
No,
Underground.
that's fine. Come on.
It wasn't-
say
yeah, it wasn't gonna be left
Extra
by.
feisty today.
yeah. Ed, wait, what's
But
gonna
what?
leave a big
Spicy
hole
man.
in
Just
me?
say it. Don't be
Huh?
afraid.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid.
Say what you're gonna say. Finish it.
Yeah, what were
that's all I
what do you
have.
mean?
Don't be
That's
That's all
scared.
you have. Oh, so you're just gonna leave it to our imagination.
I see.
yes, because you all like
Wow.
to imaginate, so.
Yeah.
Ed
Because
Underground making
you're a
a
bitch.
It's
seeming-
all
Is that
about
what
it's all
you're
about the
saying?
mystery.
It's all about the mystery.
all
Oh,
about
Black
the
Girl.
mystery.
Oh, welcome, Black Girls. She says, we miss you, Dark. What's
Oh.
yeah. Hey, whoa, calm down, buddy. It's not calm down. It's not that serious.
I mean, I got my fans. I mean, my absence was noticed, so
Yeah, well, and then
Mhm.
Black Girls Hack has a question. She's to the Ed Underground. Please explain the hole you're going to leave in my husband. Yeah, please, Ed.
Ooh,
I'm so
did
she.
not go well.
Yeah, this is not
Thanks.
going over well. Ed. Please, I mean,
fighting words.
elaborate.
Well,
Fighting
once he
words.
accepts that invite in Killer Instinct, I'm just gonna leave more holes in him since he's lost
Ooh.
already 30
Ooh.
plus. Not that I'm
Ooh.
counting. Not that I'm
You
counting.
obviously,
I'm just
I mean,
saying.
this obviously was the highlight of
Ooh.
your life. I'm very shocked.
Oh,
by
not of
that.
mine.
Yeah,
Not of
apparently,
mine.
yeah, because I just stay in your mouth for some reason, literally and figuratively.
That
You
makes
just
no
leave.
sense. I'm
You're-
the
you're-
one
you're
leaving
so-
the holes in you.
Oh, you are Ed. I mean, we gotta save this for the
Ooh.
OnlyFans, dude. Calm down. Like,
Damn, man. Wait, you're,
Yeah.
you're,
Yeah, Ed,
you're
we
gaping.
need save it for the Patreon, bud.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
what you're trying to say. Well, okay, hold on. No, wait. What is going on with that today?
I
What do you mean?
don't know.
What is going on with that today? Like earlier, he told us that he was gonna like
Oh,
bring a lot of cum and just like come all over us or something.
yeah.
And now he's
Whoa, I
talking
didn't say
about
that.
like what is like
Well, no. The thing is,
weird shit.
I think the
A
problem.
lot of machismo coming from Ed today.
Well,
Yeah.
what is that? Oh, and sorry, I forgot. How could I forget?
I
He
got more
just said
cream
that he's
than the
gonna
cast.
gape cream cast. So
Yeah,
just
he
saying,
said he's
like,
gonna put holes
what's
in me.
going on?
I don't know what's
What?
going on. But I think I know what the problem is. He just had boneless chicken wings, and that will make you
That gets him
very.
horny.
Yeah, it's a lot of
There you go.
Well,
estrogen.
I mean, I do have some boneless chicken wings. I
Well,
just
you know
haven't
you.
There you go.
Oh man,
eaten
yeah,
them
go-
yet.
yeah,
I
go
got the
ahead.
fork ready.
Yeah, get the fork ready. Yeah,
The bone
I-
just gets in the way.
that's
It
right.
Yeah,
just
the
gets in the way.
yeah. Ed does not want to get the bone. I mean, he wants to just swallow it whole. No
Well, I'm
gag.
not about any bones. I don't like any bones. I like the juicy taco meat.
Taco meat. Sure, we're talking about chicken wings, but you're obviously
Yeah.
confused, sir.
Now he's going
Olitos.
after Green Tuner with this juicy taco meat.
Taco meat,
comment.
right?
Whoa,
Yeah,
whoa.
what we're trying to
Wild,
say. Ed.
wild.
Yeah,
that is.
Ed, you're just going downhill, sir. You had a very
Yeah,
feisty day
he's-
today.
It's a fucking
I know,
feisty
I'm a
hornball
spicy
today.
man.
Yeah, he really is. Olito says, "We love you, Dark Side." Yeah, welcome back, Dark Side. We did miss you last week. Black Girls Hack says, "Cream, we need to talk about your friend choices." I agree. The Ed Underground has turned. Well, we always knew this side was like a part of him. Like this, there's always that feisty side, and you guys are just seeing it for the first time. I told you guys. Everybody always says that we pick on the Ed Underground. But
Oh,
now you see.
damn it, I just
spicy man.
just heard that. I just heard that too. Someone was complaining to the Ed Underground about us being too mean or something.
Yes, yeah.
This is
yep,
the-
I
Is
and
that
heard
what
people-
happened?
Yeah,
heard
and
the
people
Ed
don't
Underground.
realize this is the real Ed
So
Underground.
I won't say this person's name, but he did.
No, obviously,
he
no,
did say
no,
this.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but
tell your
this-
friend he can go fuck himself.
Yes.
All right. I'm just saying.
I don't
Like,
think he's on right now. But
it'll be a cold
Well-
day in hell before I stop picking on my best friend over here.
Yeah, well,
Oh
the thing
my
is that
goodness.
you gotta look at Ed, right? This is the real Ed Underground, people. You guys think Ed is so nice and he's so righteous and he just stands. He just
Whoa,
gets
whoa,
picked
whoa!
up.
Hold on,
No,
hold on,
this
hold on,
man,
hold on.
this man
Yeah,
I
literally
will
picks on
not
us.
tolerate
I am
the
nice.
slander
I
of
never
this
said I was
beautiful
righteous
flower
and all
that
that
is
stuff.
my Ed Underground.
Yeah, only we as like his best friends can actually deflower Ed at any point in time. But Ed's not the flower that he thinks he is. All right, you guys need to be very careful when you deal with the Ed Underground. You think he's all nice and sweet and so forth. He
I
has a
didn't
mean
say I
streak.
was.
He has a mean streak about him, and you
I
guys
didn't
are
say it
seeing it
was
for the
all.
first time.
Don't be
I didn't say I was
deceived.
nice,
Yes.
nice and sweet and all that. I'm a spicy Latino man, Black Latino man.
Oh yeah, that's true. Sorry. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
a
he is.
spicy 20-year-old Dominican.
Dominican,
28.
Dominicana.
28-year-old. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Dominican,
he's a very spicy
28-year-old
Latina.
Dominican.
So be
Yeah.
careful. Be careful.
Whoa, Latino. Not
Latina. Latina.
Mhm.
And then Black Girls Hack says, "Wow, all we're best friends. Yes, honestly, I think we're all best friends. We're like the friends that like I'll talk to you guys. Well, we do talk almost every damn day, which is crazy. But we talk a lot of
Yeah.
bullshit. But like, if you ask me anything personal about these guys, I don't remember. Like, no one knows. I don't remember people's birthdays. I think Darkseid literally has 3 birthdays. Ed Underground, it was funny.
I won't confirm them either. So
Yeah, he won't. He
Yeah,
literally-
Darkseid. I don't know what he's doing or what flight lessons he's taking, but he's very like sketchy when it comes to like his birthday. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
A little
watch that guy.
sus.
Yeah,
Little
watch that guy
sus.
too. And he's originally from like another country too. I won't say where from, but
Let's
Mhm.
say
can't-
just
you
a
can't-
very dirty, nasty country north of us.
North
Let's
of
say
us.
one of the shithole countries. if you know
One of
what
the
I mean.
shithole
Shit
countries
countries.
north of us.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. He's like the only one that doesn't say sorry after he does
Sorry.
something. Sorry.
Yeah.
Some
Or
Tim
A.
Hortons, eh?
Tim Warren's here.
Mhm.
So, but now,
Good luck figuring it out, assholes.
but
I
yeah,
wonder if
no.
you have any fans from where you are, Darkseid.
Mhm.
Dark Side, you can't trust that guy.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
but no, we're happy. This is officially before we even kicked. I'm kind of excited. Well, I'll wait till for anybody who's new here, who's never experienced this month. This is a very special
Yeah.
month for us.
Oh,
It's the month of February. We got news that we
I
need to
have a
cover
dream.
first. Yeah, we have a dream.
I have a dream.
And
Hold
Oh
on.
my
Hold on.
goodness.
be careful
I
now.
just said I have a dream. I didn't
Don't
say
spo-
what kind of dream.
Yeah, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it now. But I'm super excited
Yeah.
about this month. But before we do that, let's talk about the big news that's been happening this past week. Well, one thing we got pretty much almost it's still secrets, it's still rumors out there, but
Mhm.
I feel like Darkseid, you probably should feel a little bit vindicated by you being your Nostradamus self and seeing the future of a certain billion-dollar company and some of the tactics they were going to do with a unknown game console.
WWE? Yeah.
It's
I'm not
really
gonna tell you about
crazy.
that with WWE.
No. See,
Mhm.
Ed Underground is still in disbelief on what's possibly happening, what the rumor mill is spreading around at the moment. But Darkseid,
I mean, I think anybody would with WWE, but go on.
did you hear the news about Microsoft's future plans for their first party titles? I mean,
Well, it's
Rumors.
Rumors.
Rumors,
As,
I'm sorry,
as
rumors.
Ed Underground will remind you until the day
Yes.
it happens. Rumors. And, they're getting closer and closer. People are talking about it. Official Xbox people are talking about it. The mainstream news is now talking about it.
Woo.
There's enough information leaking, and you don't need like a degree in rocket science to figure out when you spend billions of dollars buying game studios, acquiring massive licenses, and you don't sell a lot of your product on your own, you need to branch out to make that money back. Especially if you, like, I don't know, acquire a massive game studio or get the license for, I don't know, Indiana Jones from like Lucasfilm. This shit costs money,
Wow.
Yeah, go figure, right?
Who would have thunk it? Like, it's almost like we've said this before that, man,
Mhm.
their financial strategy of Microsoft You know,
Mhm.
that it would need to expand to other consoles to actually make a profit. Because I mean, when we see the latest first party titles not doing too hot out there. Was it Starfield?
Starfield.
Dude, Starfield's a
mm,
banger.
it is a
It is a
banger.
banger.
I
It is a
mean,
banger.
it's
Banger.
Wasn't a fan, but sure.
It's called the system seller, right?
yeah,
It
it was
is.
literally. I think they dubbed it the
Wasn't
literal
a fan.
actual Bungie killer. It was a PlayStation killer. There's
Mhm.
some people on this panel
I
who were
doubt that.
absolutely excited for this game. They were saying
Mhm.
this is gonna be a day one game for me.
Day
And
one.
Who
Mhm.
said
I
that?
think it literally died on day one. I think
Who
people
said
played
that?
it. They're like, this is
Probably me.
this is it.
Mhm.
Yeah, maybe it might be
Because
green team.
I haven't played more than 5 minutes of Starfield. I was not looking forward to it at all.
Well, apparently you're not the only
But
one. There's apparently a lot of
exactly.
people
Well,
do the
look,
same.
all
Huh?
right. Well, maybe Starfield is not your cup of tea, but we also have that what's called that vampire game,
Redfall.
Redfall. Yeah,
Redfall.
Oh,
Yeah,
Redfall.
yeah.
yeah.
So we have
Wasn't looking forward to that
Redfall.
either.
Ed wasn't looking
Yeah.
forward to that either, guys.
Yeah,
Nope.
he wasn't looking forward to
No
that
news
one.
for you.
Okay.
Not on his radar.
Well, we have another game that was like a first party
No.
title.
That's
Somewhat.
probably not on his
Well,
radar.
what
either.
about Atomic Heart? Surely Atomic Heart was the one.
I would
that-
say
that was
Atomic
it.
Heart would probably be more appealing compared to the other two that you guys mentioned. Which
Oh,
is it's
right.
on Game Pass,
Okay.
actually.
And you played that day one, right? When it came out last year?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I did not, but I also just did
Oh.
not say I was going to play day one.
Oh,
Ed
well,
is the greatest
Mm.
ambassador for Game Pass I have ever met in my life, by
Yes.
the way. I just
You're
wanna add that
welcome.
in there.
absolutely amazing. Wait.
Yeah,
There
most
must
of the
be
games are shit, but
Yeah.
Every
Please-
game
please
that
buy
I
the
said I was
service.
going to play day one that has come out, I played day one.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
no, that's fine. I'm talking about the games I was just talking about the bangers that Microsoft produced.
we got
The
another
ones that
banger.
fucking just shook everyone to their core.
Well, we got another
Such game
banger.
ass like
Hi-Fi Rush.
Hi-Fi
enjoyed
Rush,
Hi-Fi Rush.
yeah.
I
Hi-Fi
played it day
Rush.
one.
That's
And that
Good game.
game with Pinocchio where it's like
What?
Bloodborne.
Life of P.
Oh,
Life
Life
of
of
P?
P?
Well, that's not. That's
Life of P, yeah.
That's not exclusive though.
That's not exclusive?
No.
But is it on Game Pass, though?
It's on Game Pass.
Oh, it's on
It's
Game
on Game
Pass.
Pass.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Why aren't you playing that shit?
I
That
thought it was
looks good.
exclusive for some reason. It's not even exclusive.
It's
No,
not.
if Life of P was exclusive to Xbox, I would actually say okay, they actually have a popular kind of banger game.
Yeah.
But
Because
I
it is
mean, isn't it
popular,
a
and I
popular
kind of
game?
want to play it.
Then play it. You have a Series S, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're talking about the exclusives, the banger exclusives. What
Let's
else
see,
have we
Lies
had?
of P. I'm pretty sure Lies of P is not exclusive.
Isn't
it's on PlayStation
High
5.
on Life wasn't exclusive?
It is
High
on
on Life?
PlayStation 5, yeah.
Yeah, High on
That's
Life
a
was
fun
They
game.
do
a
another exclusive banger.
Yeah. It just seems like all these bangers that they have, Xbox is like, please play this on PlayStation. Please play this on Switch. We need the money now. Please. Our Xbox division, gaming division, is dying. And it's funny because on LinkedIn, there's a person that like a third person that's connected to me on LinkedIn, and they actually worked for Xbox. And they were talking about they got laid off recently with the recent layoffs that Microsoft had. And they were all, oh man, thank you so much. I was so happy to work. This was a dream of mine. And I was like, really? This is a dream though? Because I mean, what are you really doing? I feel like Xbox, like working on the game studios, like they laid off, and we said this was going to happen too. This is another thing that Darkseid had spoke into existence. He said that Xbox Game Studios was going to absorb these other game studios like Bethesda and all these other smaller game studios that eventually
Oh my God.
they were going to just merge them to Xbox Game Studio. And lo and behold, what is Xbox doing? They're shutting down these other game studios that they're buying and merging them to Xbox Game Studios. Who would have thunk it? So it's crazy that this is happening right now with Xbox. It's crazy that everything that we said was going to happen is somehow coming to fruition. It's crazy that it's like that we said these things and like obviously we're true Xbox fans. We're really in the ether and like we keep our ear close to the ground of all Xbox news. But then here comes Ed Underground
Or
still
close
talking
to,
about
close to Phil Spencer's crotch.
Balls.
Yeah, balls. You know, hey, we got directly to the
As he's
source.
eating that big old nugget.
Yeah, put that in your
Eat
mouth,
it.
Ed. You know, don't
Yeah.
be shy now.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah,
now.
come on, put
You had
that
it right up to your lips. Come on.
You were about to gobble that thing up before you say anything.
What?
I saw your mouth
I
salivate.
was
Now
sure
he's
you
also
all would like
conscious about eating.
Yeah,
What?
he's literally gonna do one of these like.
Yeah, he's gonna have like gloves curling while he's coughing.
You're just gonna see big ass balls on the side of his mouth. It's fine.
Mm.
But no, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
we're going.
But it is crazy that Xbox is doing this right now. Oh, well, the rumor is happening.
The
Certain things,
rumor that
yeah.
nothing's set in stone yet,
but no, I
but
mean,
we're heading there.
I think that's good for Xbox though. I really do.
I
No,
think
it
that's
is.
great
It
for
is.
Xbox.
It is good for Xbox. It's bad for the studios because probably unless they have like obviously we want these studios to succeed, right? That's the only way. Otherwise, in a year, you're going to see massive layoffs at Bethesda, or you're going to see massive layoffs at wherever else. So like they obviously need
Yeah.
these games to do well. And Game Pass, I don't know. I don't think anyone can tell like the financials of Game Pass, as far as how many games needs or subscribers they need to be a success, and they're cannibalizing their own studios, so they're not selling anything at the profit margin that they would at a $70 game. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of money they're losing. Are they making it back on Game Pass? And console sales don't add up to that idea that Game Pass is rising because there's the Xbox sales are not rising either. So this is the most logical option, and I think at
But
the end of the day, if I can play Indiana Jones on my PS5, that's all I want.
keep
That's
in
fine.
mind, you can
Yeah.
play Game Pass on PC and some TVs that
I don't wanna
have
do that.
Game
I
Pass.
don't
I'm
wanna
just
do that.
saying, talk about
I
consoles.
want to play it on my PS5. I want to
Well,
play it.
you're not going to play Game Pass on your PS5.
I don't want Game
Maybe a
Pass.
game from Xbox, maybe, but not
There you
Game Pass
go.
itself.
that's- hey.
It's
Hold
warming
on.
up.
He's
Here-
warming
here-
up.
Warming up.
Yeah.
Hear what I said.
Get them cheeks ready.
No.
Just the tip at this
no.
point.
Yeah.
But I'll
No.
get in there.
Never
Ed.
got to get it. Never going to get it. But
Sure
anyways,
enough.
like I said, you might play a game from Xbox on a different console, but not Game Pass.
But the thing is, I see what you're saying there. I see what you're trying to get at. But the thing is, before Xbox had bought these studios, right, to make Xbox more enticing for gamers,
Mhm.
right?
For Game Pass.
So yeah, for Game Pass. So the fact that they're willing to start pushing these games off onto other consoles, the natural progression of that will be Game Pass. And Xbox moves away from, focusing on consoles as they would with software. Because like I said, they already have the infrastructure to do it, which gives them a huge advantage over PlayStation and over Nintendo. So that is
they'll be like the Netflix of what's it called of
Ga-
games.
games.
Why
Yeah,
You'll
not-
get
why
the
not double
subscription.
dip?
Sir,
and
Why not
Netflix
double
want
dip?
it.
Netflix is
Their
already doing
software
this.
will work great. You know, what I mean, they'll be. I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, and
But
Netflix is already doing
I'll,
this,
I'll
which is
say this: like, I would pay full price for, like, say, Indiana Jones to play that on PlayStation. I
Mhm.
would give Microsoft money rather than how much is Game Pass a month?
16, 15,
15,
for like
$16.
the
for the
Alright,
full
well,
thing,
I-
like
like the
15.
main one that they're
Alright.
pushing is like $15 one.
1650. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, I have, as Ed has reminded us repeatedly, I have an Xbox Series S. So more likely, I would just go for the Series S. However, if I did not own the Series S, and I wanted to play that game, I would. That's an added $70 they get out of how many people? PlayStation install rate is massive.
Yeah.
Think about that. Just the money they're leaving on the table.
Yeah,
And there could be like, oh, $70, here you go if you want, or $16 come to Game Pass. I mean, it's win-win for them.
It really
Why not?
is.
Yeah.
It's a good deal because if you can play the game,
Yeah.
let's say it's a day one thing, you can play the game in 1 month, then you can save yourself a ton of money. Or like me, I like to actually own the games. Like we've seen in older generations, owning the games was a bit more beneficial because we didn't have the game passes and the PlayStation networks and so forth, or PlayStation Monthly, whatever they call it now. We didn't have that. So I'm still in that old school mentality, which is the same for a lot of people at this point. They still want to own the game. So even if Microsoft gets only a cut of their games, PlayStation's going to get a little cut, of course. Microsoft's going to get a little cut, a bigger cut probably. But, even then, they're leaving, let's say, $30 on the table every time, $40 on the table every time that game's bought on PlayStation. That's
And
still
it's
more
not-
revenue than they would ever received anyways, because they're touching a player base they never would have had access to in the past.
Yeah, and it's not, and they can like curate what they put on other platforms. So it's like Master Chief will never be on a PlayStation because they don't want it, so it'll never be there. But the next Bethesda release, like the next Elder Scrolls, they can make mad bank if they put it on cross-platform, on PC. I mean, they'll
Well,
make
it'll be
a
on
ton of.
PC.
Well, I know it'll be on PC, but what I'm saying is, if they put it out everywhere, they stand to make so much money. But like, I
Yeah, if they put
understand.
it on PlayStation, if they put it on Steam, if they put it on. Wait, does Steam work with Microsoft when with those type of games, or is it just you gotta
Technically, you
go
can
through the
play game.
to the
You can
Microsoft app?
technically you can
Yes,
play Game Pass on one of the what's that Steam handheld that looks like a Switch.
you technically
I forget what it's
can,
called.
but the problem
Yeah.
is
Yeah, but
that
that's
so
because it's
Steam,
like a. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Steam doesn't actually work with Microsoft. It's not like they have Game Pass on Steam. It's just that the games that are on Windows, you can have Steam be a launcher for it, and then just play it. But you still play it just strictly on your PC. It's like a Microsoft has their own little mini service. It's not a service, but they have their own little features
Yeah,
on
was it
Windows.
like Xbox game or Microsoft Gaming, or I forgot what it is,
Yeah, like Xbox Glass or
or
whatever.
Xbox PC or something.
PC.
Yeah,
Yeah, they have something like that. So it's built in, I think, into every Windows system. Or you can get it from the Microsoft store. It's a very low, very small download. But no, I think this is, like I said, I think this is great news. And the one thing I remember what Ed said it was a couple episodes ago when we were talking about this. Ed had said that Microsoft has spoken and said that Amazon is their biggest competitor. And the one thing that I think we always forget is that Amazon, which owns Twitch, which funny thing is, Twitch has the CEO of Twitch has came out officially said Twitch has never really been profitable since its inception, which is
Wow.
no surprise. But Twitch, you can get games on Twitch. They give out, for the monthly games or monthly Twitch
Prime games, right?
Prime
Yeah.
games. Yeah, you get
Mhm.
Twitch has / Amazon already has a gaming platform. Now it may not be like the same as obviously like a console, because a lot of the games they have are a lot of 2D games and so for older games.
Mhm.
But I mean, I could see why they could say that's their competitor. I mean, look at Netflix. Netflix has games as well. Netflix is backed by AWS, Amazon, so that's another competitor for Microsoft. Microsoft is obviously with the Xbox is going to go with their own Azure cloud backend for their support. So yeah, that's why there is why Microsoft is looking at the bigger picture. Sony, as far as straight consoles and straight games, is the winner, obviously, over Microsoft. But Microsoft, as I said, has the backbone to be able to use these services. And Amazon is the clear winner when it comes to gaming and hosting games and streaming games. More people prefer Amazon. So the one thing I do appreciate with Microsoft, they're looking at the bigger picture. They're not looking just purely at the console war in of itself. They're looking in the future for cloud gaming, for streaming, and so forth. So
I
big
think
kudos to them.
another competitor, if you want to call it a competitor, is Tencent. The people behind
For cloud hosting.
I think it's a Chinese company. The ones
But
who
in what sense are they a competitor? 'Cause
I thought
you're right. They're major. They're a major company. But
I thought they're a
what
gaming
are
platform.
they? Oh, as a
um
game platform?
Yeah,
yeah,
Tencent. Yeah, I think
I
it's a
think they're the
gaming
ones
Yeah, I can see
platform.
it.
behind
They
Genshin
have
Impact.
their tentacles in a lot of different pies. So
Yeah.
I believe it.
Oh no, they do have. Oh, Tencent does have cloud stuff too. I've never
Mm.
used it. I've never been obviously big into the Chinese market when it comes to that type of stuff. But
Mhm.
yeah, no, there's Tencent as well. They do have a video solution covering video on demand, live streaming, video calls, and so forth. So yeah, they are a cloud provider. Whether they're going to be big over here in the United States, I don't know. I would say probably not at the moment. At least for locally here. Maybe overseas, it could be a lot different.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
that'll be interesting to see.
Mm. Well, Ed, undergrad, since we're talking to Microsoft, you have some joyous Microsoft news, some like glorious news that you reported on your stream. I think when it broke live.
Today, he broke it
Share it with
live.
us.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Let me bring out my trusty broken iPad. But yes, I
You
was
really
playing
need to read
some.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's
All
not
right.
that long.
Okay.
Not that long. Well,
That's what she said.
some would say otherwise.
Boom, boom, boom.
Anyways,
Classic.
So I was streaming live Killer Instinct this afternoon, which I do every Wednesday at noon.
Killer Instinct, you say?
Yes. At Central Time. I'm actually looking for the tweet, the X right now. I'm looking for my X. There, I found it.
Okay.
All right. Attention killers. Killer Instinct will be testing rank crossplay between Steam and Xbox Windows players for the very first time this weekend. Starts Friday, February 9th at 12 p.m. Pacific, and it's Monday, February 12th at 8 a.m. Pacific. And that broke sometime this afternoon.
All right, so I'd boil it down. What does this mean? What is this big news?
Yeah, tell us for us non-FGC
Just KI2 is confirmed?
Well, this is KI 1 technically.
Yeah.
I was going to say KI 2, but there is a KI 2.
Mhm.
Anyways, this means that for those who would never accept the invite of playing Killer Instinct for the round 2 of the 30+ losses that they received, really
highlight of your life, huh?
Yeah,
best experience of your life.
To me, it's just another Monday.
I'm sure.
But anyways, for those who don't have an Xbox who play Killer Instinct on PC solely, you now have the chance to play in rank against Xbox players. So, which is, I would say, is a pretty cool thing. The game's been out for about 10 so years, and Killer Instinct has a nice following. It's still being played, and people have always wanted a crossplay between Steam and Xbox, and here we are. It's actually happening.
So that's the news.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I apologize to the listeners. I thought that was different news.
That was actually an ad. Killer Instinct paid us a ton of money to actually say that. So now that we're done with that commercial break, what other news do we have?
Funny thing though, Mortal Kombat 1 is still yet to have crossplay from PlayStation to Xbox or even Nintendo. And they're probably like the most thriving financially video game company.
So they really don't need it, do they?
Oh no, they desperately need it. Not Killer Instinct. Mortal Kombat 1 has definitely needed it. It's been some would say it's been dying.
Oh, it's dying. Huh?
Some would say.
Did it not make it? So it's not on Evo. It did make it to Evo this year.
It is big enough to Evo because it's a new game. Almost every new fighting game makes it to Evo the first year. Tekken 8 is going to be there. Street Fighter 6 is going to be there again. Mortal Kombat 1 is been out for a few months. It's going to be there. But I would say, if you can Google it, go on YouTube, you'll see all across the board. Mortal Kombat 1 is apparently dying, and I can actually see it. The online, it's pretty bad. The content is very lackluster. It's almost as
but
if
I heard the
without...
DLC characters are coming out soon.
Yeah, which will then people are going to play it for a few weeks and then drop it off again. But I mean, I stopped playing Mortal Kombat. I'm waiting until Peacemaker comes out, John Cena. I think it's a highlight of the game right now. But besides that, Mortal Kombat 11 had more content than Mortal Kombat 1. Yeah.
Okay, we'll see. I guess we'll see.
Yeah, suck it.
Yeah, we will see.
So yeah, big celebrity death. Carl Weathers. Pass away.
Rest in peace.
Which is, I mean, like a lot of celebrities, you at least hear something about their health taking a downturn. You really didn't hear anything. It was kind of unexpected.
Yeah.
So if you guys, for people that don't know, he played Apollo Creed. He played in Predator.
I forgot the dude's name. Dutch? Was it Dutch?
He played Lando Calrissian.
Dutch is Arnold.
Wait a minute.
He played Lando Calrissian.
Yeah, he obviously played that as well.
He was Shaft, was he?
Yeah, Shaft. Yeah. I mean, he was Blade at one point.
He was also the guy from Mississippi Burning.
Sure.
Oh my goodness! For those wondering, these are not real roles.
He played in Roots as well. Don't forget that.
He sure did.
Yeah, Vampire in Brooklyn.
Man.
Yeah, Vampire in Brooklyn.
Wasn't he in Happy Gilmore?
Yes.
Yes,
right? He was
really
the
guy with the missing hand.
That was great.
Yes.
He's like, I'm gonna get that damn Ellie, but I got him good.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's real talk. Carl Weathers, I think impacts all of our lives because he not only
For sure,
li-
baby. I love
he li-
those first 2 Rocky movies. I
Yeah.
Yeah, I
watched
was saying
those things
Apollo Creed,
1,000 times.
Predator,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah.
there's a big gap. Like, I mean, he did stuff in his career, but I think then he popped out. He was pop culture icon for those reasons,
Yeah.
and then he became really relevant again in Mando in the last few years,
Yeah.
and he was
Well,
all over the place there.
And again, I don't want to downplay how big like Happy Gilmore was for him too.
Happy Gilmore,
Because
yeah,
Happy
huge.
Gilmore was in that in between period where he
Yeah.
wasn't like the action guy anymore,
Mhm.
Mhm.
or the new like guy that everyone kind of remembers. He just happened to get that role
Mhm.
Yeah,
and
comedy
basically brought him into the spotlight again.
Yeah, he got into the comedy sector. I'm sure there's other stuff that he was in that was probably lower budget that we just don't know about. But yeah, as
Action
far as
Jackson, you guys remember Action Jackson?
I don't remember,
Movie?
no.
I know
I
the
heard of it,
movie. I
just don't
never
remember.
watched it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, for sure.
He
was a
actually
man who-
inspired a WWE wrestler, Austin Creed, who's part of the New Day,
Mhm.
and he actually came out into like Creed attire. He had the American flag type gear, and he also had Creed on his boots, which is pretty cool. This is before years before his unfortunate passing, so
Mhm.
it's pretty cool. He was a big fan of Creed.
Yeah.
He's even got a thing
Who's
in his
unfortunate passing?
Carl Withers.
You said Creed.
Oh, well, when I see him, I see Creed because that was, my first introduction to into his acting. So,
True.
I
Sure,
mean,
yeah.
give him a break. I would have said Creed too.
yeah,
Yeah,
Well, Yeah.
Leave the boy alone.
yeah.
It's sad because I think he's about to appear in a Super Bowl commercial too. Because I just
He-
saw with Gronk.
Yeah, he
I
was
just
in
saw
some
Super Bowl.
commercial, some betting app commercial that I saw him in.
Yeah.
This
I
is
never
cra-
once on those
you know,
things.
it's kind of crazy. Like this is like, if you guys ever think about how crazy it is, like you could watch a movie from like somebody had passed away, but you could watch a movie of them still alive, and it's like, isn't that creepy? Sometimes like watching stuff, and you know that person's dead. Like,
That's so crazy,
little
man.
bit.
no, I'm saying like
Yeah.
like Heath Ledger, right? Like because
Yeah.
we all like Heath Ledger passing away, and then watching him right after his passing, watching his like really great performance. It's just kind of crazy when you think about it. Like you have how many seasons of Mando? 3 seasons of Mando. And then now
Mhm.
he's gonna be gone out of nowhere. It's kind of like Gina Carano when she just disappeared out of nowhere as well. Talking about Gina Carano really quick.
Oh,
Transition.
smooth.
Smooth transition. I know.
Smooth.
If it's not smooth when you say it's like smooth, like it's supposed to be like just smooth and just let it happen. You know what I'm saying? It's like what's gonna happen to Ed Laird tonight. So it's like with Gina Carano.
Not to me, but go on.
So no, I said that in the ground. It's not gonna be me. I know
Nope.
that. It's gonna be the man, the McMahon himself. But Gina Carano
Huh?
has been, as we all know, she has been like she was let go from the Mando for her voicing some of her political views and some of her logic on the former
Twitter.
platform that is
Yeah.
called Twitter.
She
So
did no such thing, but go on.
she did. She literally posted on Twitter.
Yeah, she did. That was why.
Yeah. So
So
any-
hold on. So now, like I said many a times, I
here
like
we
Gina
go.
Carano.
Okay.
I think she was a great actress in the Mando series.
Cool.
She was going to have her own solo run, which I
Awesome.
would love to see. She is what apparently Disney was looking for, a girl boss, whatever. I like Gina Carano. And they fired her for, I would say, compared to other actors, one Pedro Pascal.
A girl boss or whatever.
Yeah, I
girl
mean,
boss or whatever.
that's what they're looking for, and they have it right in front of her. But because she
They're just
doesn't
trying to hit
have
all the
same
buzzwords.
values or whatever that Disney does or is putting out there, they let her go. But other spoken people,
I'm surprised he didn't do
Still
the
there.
finger quotes spoken. Like,
spoken. Yeah, I'm just saying. I think it was unfair that she got let go for. So
Ultimately, it doesn't matter if it's fair. It's private business. They can do whatever the fuck they want.
but it's unfair though. And from what I've been
I don't
reading,
think so.
she has a good case, and the person that's going to be backing her up with that case is my boy Elon Musk. So
Well, he's
like to
not
call
backing
Tony
her.
Stark.
He's just paying for
That's what I mean.
her legal team.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the end of the day, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like some people say this. Some people are like I value my freedom over anything else. I can say whatever the hell I want, and I'll be damned if anybody says anything to me. And it's like, well, you speak reckless and shit happens. That's just life.
But Pedro Pascal sent a picture comparing America to communism, and nothing happened to him.
Countyism?
Communism. You know what I mean.
No, I don't.
Communist?
You know what I mean. Communist.
Yeah.
Continuism.
You know exactly what I mean.
Continuism.
Sure. You know what I mean now. But I think that was unfair. Like, hey, if you're gonna do the same thing to Gina for saying well, from what I've read, less than what Pedro did, why not fire them both? But
do you understand the difference between what he did versus what she did and how it could be received in the current climate of the world?
Pedro Pascal had a literal Confederate flag and some communist flag, comparing it to America.
Communists?
Communist.
Okay.
Communist.
You got it right that time.
Anyways, I'm just saying.
I feel like you shouldn't talk about a subject if you can't pronounce the words you're trying to say.
Well, there's a lot of things that I can't. I may not articulate.
You can't. No, you can't. You can't articulate.
I think we know what Ed's trying to
all the
say.
time, but one thing I will do, and I've always done since day one, and will continue to do, is speak my mind, regardless of it's popular or not.
That's unfortunate.
For you, maybe.
No. I think it's unfortunate. Only reason why I say it's unfortunate is because you have to articulate, not to articulate.
Well, there's
articulate
a lot of
what you
people say that they may not articulate very well. I mean, and I'm sure there's a lot of things that I hit the nail on the head, and there's some things I may not say correctly.
I'll hit your
but
nail on the head.
I know one thing. You wish you could. I know one thing for a fact. I will continue to speak my mind, regardless of it's favorable or not.
Yeah, and you have the right to do so. But the thing is that there are consequences sometimes to things that you say. So with Gina Carano being upset about it, right now what she's suing Disney for is wrongful termination. I don't necessarily think that's going to go too well for her personally.
She's being financially bankrolled by Elon Musk, right?
Yeah, she's being financially bankrolled. She's been saying that she's been wanting to sue Disney for a long time. It's been a few years, or at least it has been a few years. I think it's been like 2 years or more since her initial firing. I'm just saying, like, hey, I honestly I forgot what she said at this point, but at this point,
she was comparing something with like the Nazis or the Jews.
I think she was saying
something having to do with like rounding up people from like.
She says Jews were beaten in the streets.
Oh, he had it right tattooed on his foot. Yeah, tattooed. No, please don't.
Go for it.
No, because it's gonna be forever. Okay, go ahead.
All right, this is what Gina Carano said. What was it? 2 years ago. Jews were beaten in the streets, not by Nazi soldiers, but by their neighbors, even by children. Because history is edited, most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbors hate them simply for being Jews. How is that any different from hating someone for their political views? That was what, 2 years ago, I think? 2-3 years ago?
That is so, I mean, obviously, no duh, that's very different. That's such a dumbass comment from such a person that
has a lot
I assume had at least some rational thinking.
But
what the hell? That doesn't compare.
But that's not the
mass
tweet
annihilation of people.
The mass genocide of people.
As people not liking Trumpers.
That's not the tweet that wasn't the essential tweet that got her let go. It was this tweet.
Yeah, but look, at the end of the day, no. Hold on. To back up all these like fucking super right-wingy Elon Musk people and everything. I thought everyone believed in the right of free enterprise. If Disney, as a private company, chooses to end their working relationship with an actor for any reason,
they could, yeah,
right?
Which they did.
You can't do it for
free enterprise.
You really can't do it for any reason, though.
Well, okay, for any reason that they deem breaks their own rules,
within their contractual obligations.
Yes,
contractual obligations, and I'm sure she signed something.
Of course,
just Disney has been around so long. I'm sure she signed an ethics waiver or something where, if she were to misrepresent or somehow be harming or liable to whatever, they can fire her. It's the same thing that they do with athletes, right? They sign that thing where if they misbehave or something comes out where they break the law in some sort of way, whatever team can let that athlete go, right? It doesn't really happen because athletes are athletes. But if they truly believe in the free enterprise, then why are they complaining? She went to Disney, worked for Disney, and decided to make such a stupid comment. Okay. It's like if I go work for like Fox News, right? And then I just start tweeting about how awesome like what's it called, socialism is. I'm gonna get my ass fired. Because that's who,
And
just
they have
read
every
the
right.
room.
It conflicts with their brand, it conflicts with their messaging. You're a representative of their company.
Well, I'm glad you all said all those things because that wasn't the tweet that actually got her cut. It was this tweet. They're mad because I won't put pronouns in my bio to show my support for trans lives. After months of harassing me in every way, I decided to put 3 in caps, 3 very controversial words in my bio. Beep, boop, bop. I'm not against trans lives at all. They need to find less abusive representations. And the whole bebop thing was referring to R2D2. That was the nail in the coffin, apparently. That's when
But she's
boom.
making light of
Again,
people who identify in whatever
why
way.
would
I mean, why
why
would
would
you
you
even do
comment
that?
on
Why
such a
even do that?
on
So
such a like hold on, Ed, shut the hell up.
never.
As for her, why comment on such a controversial topic? We've
Well,
discussed this 100 times. If
well,
you're
it
She's
smart,
wasn't
got a
just
tweet,
shut the
baby.
hell up.
She
well,
got
it wasn't that he
exercise her
decided to
rights.
just one day do
Gotta
that.
get her
It
opinion
was
out there.
it was he didn't like just do that out
She
of
got it. She
nowhere.
didn't like how it turned out.
Well, no, she so before saying that tweet, she was being harassed, like at being asked, "What are your pronouns? What are your pronouns?" And in the beginning, she didn't have no idea what that was, until she talked to Peter Pascal, and he told
Pedro Pascal.
her what that all means. Then she made that tweet.
So you're saying this grown woman didn't know what a pronoun was?
I didn't know what it was until
This grown woman decided to put a piece that for anyone with a working brain is a bad idea to do when you're in such a big show for such a big corporation.
That's the
It's
tweet
a
she put
very
out there.
stupid idea.
Not even
paid the price for her stupidity.
Absolutely, and she has every right. Here's the thing: she has every right to
to
sue.
Yeah, for sure. She has
no.
Yeah,
Not to say.
She has every right to say whatever the hell she wants.
Of course, yeah.
But there are consequences.
But my thing
that's the
is,
bottom line. It's a fair trade.
but my thing is, okay, you put out whether if you want to think it's bad or not, you put out that tweet. The result, she got let go for it.
Yeah.
Why not treat the other actors and actresses the same way though? Because I mean, there's been others.
Because that's
varying
up
degrees.
to the company.
It's socially acceptable. Socially acceptable to say certain things. So if you speak out against like United States, right? Especially with the current climate, they're gonna say, "Oh, well, it's like communist China or communist Cuba or something like that." Well, that's not in the political climate, especially during that time. That was not a horrible thing to say, but saying things like, "Oh, well, comparing your people disagreeing with your opinion is like you being you suffering a mass genocide when you have the complete freedom to do what you want. You live your life as you want, completely free." Don't you see Only Toast said probably one of the few things I actually agree with is tone deaf. So to compare, it's like saying somebody saying, "Oh, well, me not being able to tweet what I want to tweet is just like slavery. I feel like I'm getting whipped in the back." It was like, no, you're not getting whipped in the back because there's a physical action that actually happened, and then there's your perceived suffering where now you're all of a sudden you're this massive victim. And the thing is that at the end of the day, you have the freedom. Like when everybody says, "Oh, I have my First Amendment right to say whatever you want." Yes, you have the First Amendment right to say whatever you want. But if you make threats, that's like why you can't go to an airport and say bomb, right? Like if you make threats to the government, then you can no longer your right to say something is forfeit, is revoked. So the thing is that as for a free enterprise company, a company that can do as they want, can set the culture for the most part. Now there is a common misconception that you can do that when you work for a company at will, that you can get terminated for any reason. That's completely far from the truth. You can sue and win that lawsuit for wrongful termination, right? So if you get fired for being a woman or for being gay or being others, that's a wrongful termination, that type of stuff. And you're black.
Yeah,
that's obvious stuff, but just make it clear
Yeah.
for everybody that's listening. So the thing is that with Gina Carano, her saying what she said for a company that is one, this is well, I say the biggest thing. People feel like, even we're doing it right now, right? If we say jokes and we say stupid shit on the internet for people, for us to hang out, but for people to come to comment and interact with us and so forth. A lot of the dumb shit that we say, we don't have to say. And if something ever happened where we got in trouble for it, that is perfectly within the right to do so, because we are on this platform of our own free will, saying the shit that we want to say of our own free will. Now, there's consequences because of it. That's just what it is. And right now, there's too many people on both sides. If you want to get in the political spectrum, from the left to the right side, whatever, you don't have to always voice your opinion on a public forum. And if people were asking her, hey, what's your pronouns? She just shouldn't have said something. She just kept her mouth shut. Like, she's not stupid. And the thing is, the fact that all these people are fighting for her, for her right to say whatever else she wants, no, that's not going to happen. Like they said before, if you go on Fox News and talk about, I love socialism, you're going to get fired. If you go to Breitbart and say, man, you know what, Trump is the worst president ever, I really believe in Biden and everything else, and Biden's the greatest thing ever, and I hate all these other people, you're probably going to get fired because you don't align.
And you posted all over social media.
Not if you're,
and it's not like you're just a worker that's like setting up like the cables for the lights. You're a main actor.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, you're a main actor in one of the most popular series that they have running.
Honestly, she just kept her mouth shut. She had the right to shut up.
She could, if she wants to participate in like a discussion in that capacity, she could do it anonymously. She could have done it, and she participated in that discussion on a like social platform where she is like pretty sure she put at Mandalorian, at Star Wars, like, I mean, she's like people do on their social media.
Not everybody does that, but go on.
I know everyone does that, but here's the thing: the difference between us.
Not everyone does that.
Not everyone does it, but I'm pretty sure she did, and I'm pretty sure that like we talk about stuff here, but we're not like, I mean, we're not repping our various employers and brands. These are our opinions, and we're we keep it kind of anonymous in that sense, and try to separate ourselves from our other lives, but. That's a choice. She's way more. She has way more notoriety than us. You know what I mean? So that's
she has a lot more presence. The thing is, she was growing.
Who has a platform, every person who has a platform has this choice. You have a choice to make. You know what I mean?
We all have a choice. And the thing is, she is, during her time in The Mandalorian, she was growing in popularity at the time. People were loving her and so forth. And there's just it's just like, sometimes you just need, if you're not in a position, she was not in a position to say any crazy shit like that and think she was going to get away with it. Like Tony Stark, right? If you're talking about like Robert Downey Jr., he could probably say some crazy shit at the end, at like Endgame, and they'll be like, Robbie, hey, chill out, buddy. We're almost done with this run. Just shut the hell up. And he probably would have kept his job at Disney. But she's a nobody. You saw they quickly replaced her and moved on from her storyline. So you gotta know your position at the same time. And granted, her second little pronoun thing was just like, okay, she can have her opinion on it, but sometimes she just need to shut the fuck up. Let's be honest. Sometimes you just need to shut the hell up. And even goes for us sometimes.
She wanted to grandstand.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
And
she had the grandstand. She got it. She got all the coverage. She got fired. She got all like the like the Ben Shapiro and everyone. Like,
she got into another movie, right wing movie.
Another movie. Yeah,
she's doing great. But here's the other thing. Make no mistake. Nothing will come of this trial. This is all just like, okay, Elon Musk has fuck you money.
Yeah, he does.
With fuck you money, he can afford to spend it on stupid shit like bankrolling this lawsuit which is definitely just a brand thing for Elon Musk to say that, hey, he could have done it anonymously too, but no, he had to put it in there.
All
fucking,
grandstanding.
yeah, it's
Literal
part
grandstanding.
of his whole thing for idiots to be like, yeah, Elon, go Elon.
Talks is trying to buy Disney.
Yeah, but
yeah, sure. But the thing is, it's grandstanding. Yeah, he didn't have to come out and be like, "Oh, I'm doing it." Yeah, exactly. Dark side. Yeah, he could have been anonymous and just like anonymous rich benefactor. But it's all grandstanding. At the end of the day, we're both looking dumb because we're talking about a situation. She's rich from doing these. Well, I'm not gonna say all these movies because I don't know how many movies she in. Only thing I know is
I'm sure
Deadpool.
She got paid.
But she got paid. Yeah. She's got paid. She's doing fine.
She makes money on like appearances because she has a niche that would probably pay money to like meet her and
yeah, like and that's the thing is like she's making this big deal out of this because she lost her job. There's people that will still. I mean, I would still go. I mean, I wouldn't go out my way to see her, but if she was there at a meetup or something like that for the Mandalorian, I'd be like, oh, cool, blah blah blah. I wouldn't sign anything from her. I wouldn't really go out my way, but it's no big deal. So like we're the idiots at the end of the day really caring about this when majority of the people in the world just don't care about this. They realize that either way, she lost her job. So what? She's rich already. She's doing fine. She's got other deals going on. It's like whatever. Mando moved on. She should have moved on and just learned like, hey, well now I could tweet wherever I kind of do the Kanye treatment. I said all my crazy Jewish conspiracy shit. Now I can say where the hell I want. I got fired from everywhere. And that could be the case. So at the end of the day, she's fine.
You might have money too.
It's fun to talk about it.
Yeah, it's fun. No, it's fun. I'm not saying that I didn't say we can't talk about it. What I'm saying is like, at the end of the day, this is gonna blow away just like everything else. It's just gonna be like, oh, another thing. A rich celebrity got fucked over for a little bit of money, and they're doing fine somewhere else. It's like whatever.
And can you make the thumbnail for this episode like a AI Gina Carano crying yeah
with giant tears.
Yeah.
But I want laser. But I want to have her laser eyes. I want laser eyes.
Oh, laser eyes crying
towards Disney.
Well, what I do,
laser eyes. Laser eyes symbolizes something very specific. She's not.
She's not.
Oh, well, only Kathleen.
Only
Kathleen Kennedy can have that.
Daisy Ridley or Brie Larson have laser eyes, and that's
correct.
A fact.
True. Well, we got some. Well, before we move off of this topic, let's move off of this and get to our main topic. We do have some comments. So Bandito Mac. Well, first
Bandito Mac's pissed right now.
Yeah, he's. Only Toes. Only Toes was saying holy shit. I think that's when Ed was trying to say a word, and he was messing up, but that was kind of funny. Bandito Mac says, "Why is that bad, Edward?" And I think that was more with the Gina Carano thing, I believe. Yeah, she's so I'm gonna go through exactly what Bandito Mac is saying. He said, "Yeah, she's free to say dumb shit, but Disney is allowed to fire her for it." I agree. I think most of us agree. You can't be a worker at the Disney park and misrepresent the company by doing something dumb publicly. Sure. Yeah. Only Toes is talking about her message was tone deaf. Bandito Max talking about whataboutism, which is what about Pedro Pascal or what about anybody else? What Pedro said.
Those are the best.
Yeah. What Pedro said is not equivalent, not provocative or controversial, as what Gina said. I think most people agree. You can disagree, but it's okay to be wrong. And all political posturing for the glue eaters that enjoy him, which is Elon Musk. Like Elon, I have a very low opinion about him anyways. But I mean, he does have a huge following of people, and I feel like I feel like Elon does a lot of shit just for the posturing. But I don't believe Elon's the billionaire playboy genius that everybody claims he is. I think he just gets around the right people, and then he eventually kicks them out. I mean, that's been his MO from day one. He's just really good at it. So,
what if he's really Batman?
I don't think so. I mean, if there's one thing Elon despises is like the poor and the helpless. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't see him like taking time out of his day to go save the less fortunate.
Elon Musk, no.
Yeah.
Batman, yes.
Sure. Obviously. Sure. I mean, he does. I think Ed is saying he's the Bruce Wayne. Only Toes says Elon definitely has Asperger's. I mean, I think they said, didn't it? Like, there's been reports.
Didn't it?
He has something. Everybody thinks he's autistic, but I know
he's on the spectrum somewhere.
He's on the spectrum. But they were saying that Elon possibly has a ketamine issue. That's why he can't get government contracts like he wants to, because of his ketamine abuse. I don't know. This is all alleged. I don't know.
I don't know.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, assumedly, whatever words you want to say.
Allegedly, Austin.
Anyways,
That's okay. Party drug.
Yeah. All right, let's get off of this.
right.
Oh, that's
yeah,
old
we
school.
don't want to.
Special
Let's get
K.
off this offensive material and let's shift focus.
Okay, so as
It was me all along, Austin.
I think as the one person on this, I think I'm the most qualified to bring in our main topic in.
Says you. Go with the topic.
I'm gonna get there. So the topic
already there.
And
Go on.
singing proud.
Proud. Yeah, we're about to sing some spirituals right now, but not for the reason that you think. This is a hallowed time in the Blrd podcast history. In the timeline of the Blrd podcast, we always spend this month to celebrate the wonderful people that came before us, the continued work,
the ones that built the paths of connecting different ethnicities and races and everything together.
Yes,
on this very special month.
The very special month. This month is not just for certain people; it's for the collective whole who has enjoyed this material. Yes, you can literally say one man has brought us all together to not be individuals, but to be a collective, a family, a unit. That we don't discriminate against each other. Well, we kind of do. It depends on what era you like the most. Because if you like certain eras more than other, you're kind of like you're kind of ousted. But other than that,
I'm flattered. But continue.
I have a dream.
We all have a dream.
There's a great. I mean, this month more than anyone else. Like, I mean, we should kick it off with the quote.
Kick it off with a quote.
Please,
a couple quotes
please do
to celebrate the month here.
Yes.
All
okay.
right?
Please do. Yes.
This is. I think you'll all recognize this. I am the vengeance.
Oh.
I am the night.
Oh.
The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Wow.
Right? How about this?
Yes.
How about these classic?
Yes.
How about this one from Rosa Parks?
Oh. Okay. Let's hear this one.
If you make yourself more than a man, if you devote yourself to an ideal, they can't stop you.
Yes.
Then you become something else entirely.
Preach.
Legend, Mr. Wayne.
Yes.
Legend.
Yes.
Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks.
I listened to this quote. If you ever have a bad day, here it is. If you're ever having a bad day, just listen to this quote. Hiya, hi, yeah, hi, yeah, hi, hiya, yeah. Link.
Did Ed not know what?
That's why I said that's why I said I was definitely the most qualified, and everything. Ed has not only proven that, he has put that in stone. There is definitely
third year doing this.
Third year, and he is wow. Anyhow, now that we got that, so yeah, that was Ed actually reading, guys. That's the crazy part about that. No, this is Batman History Month, guys. So all this month, BHM, baby, we are literally going to talk about everything Batman this month for our main topic. We're going to go over comic books, cartoons. I don't know if we're going to do any live action this month. I know.
I don't think so.
I think it's only cartoons and comic books. But animated films, I'll say, not cartoons. But this is the month that we give reverence to the one, the only, the Dark Knight, Batman, the Cape Crusader. Absolutely love him. As you see, well, Darkseid is in the mood for Batman. He has the sweet animated Batman logo hat, which is pretty dope. But yeah, so for this, pretty much for this our main topic, we were going to go talk about Batman Under the Red Hood. Movie that came out in 2010, I believe, 2010, 2011.
2010, yeah.
Yeah, 2010. Talks about some of our goes over some of our favorite Robins in history and how even the most just can turn to the dark side, to evil, to doing bad things, going against the ideals and values of Batman. But Batman, of course, is the moral compass that we need and that we deserve. So to kick it
Someone
off.
say otherwise, but go on.
So let's kick it off. Who wants to, I'm assuming we all saw it today?
Yes.
Yes.
Or saw it in the past
Saw
few
it.
days.
Not just today, huh?
Well, it doesn't matter if we saw it today. I mean, did you see it?
I saw it.
Good job. Good job.
Wait, why can't I have watched that a couple of days ago? What is that?
Or today?
Yeah, why it's gotta be today?
Yeah, Ed.
I'm asking you, Ed.
Yeah, you're the one that made
Creamcast. You said today.
You're the one that brought it up, like
yeah,
like it was something bad.
No, that's not bad.
Okay.
Anyways,
so we watched it.
Yeah. So so I'll kick it off, I guess. This year, I get the rare opportunity here to, pick some of the things that we get to watch during the holy month of Batman History Month.
You did it.
Batman History Month, of course. BHM, because BLM is also true there. I thought we could stick to a theme. So last year we picked animated movies in honor of Kevin Conroy, or that was the theme. My intention was to all have Kevin Conroy starring Batman movies for us to review. This year, I thought the theme I picked was Robin. Like, I mean, there's some great Robin and Robin related stories for Batman. So we could celebrate the Ed Underground here. I was thinking of the Ed Underground mainly when I was thinking of Robin.
That makes sense.
I do. That is my favorite Robin, and as Batman, I do miss that Robin so much. But go on.
So as a Robin, Ed is for
you're a Robin. I wouldn't consider a Robin, but okay, go on.
All right. Well, the selections for this month will all revolve around Robin and Batman's relationship and like the fallout from all those the dynamic duo has in various adventures. So this one was Under the Red Hood, like I said, came out in 2010, based on comic book story, and like this one was one of the first Batman animated movies that. This one really felt. I remember when I saw this, I was really blown away by how good it was, because it could be, they're mostly, you know, they're kind of hit or miss, the Batman animated movies. If you like Batman, you'll like them all. But this one, the music, the writing was all top notch. The voice acting, I have some opinions on. I'm curious to see what you guys think about a couple of the performances. I mean, we have some major characters like Joker, Nightwing, Batman. These are not done by any of the famous actors who have performed for these characters. So I'll hold my opinion until you guys talk about that. But overall, this one was one of my favorites, and I've been eager to review it with you guys. So it's a story of Red Hood, and if you don't know who that is, I don't want to spoil it, but I think in the course of us in this month, it'll get spoiled. But the character Red Hood, who's a major Batman character, like he's a major Batman ally in the comic books and in video games. He's around a lot now, but he's got a pretty interesting origin, and they kind of talk about it here. Joker's a major character in here too. But I really like it. I think it's a solid movie, solid entry, and it opens the door to a lot of cool stuff for like the Batman world. What do you guys think?
I believe this was a really good entry, honestly. I mean, obviously we knew a lot about the story already, about the different incarnations of Robin. that have existed throughout the years and the different people that have played them. So we kind of it's not like a big surprise, not as big as it would have been, watching this 13, 14 years ago. But this was, I believe, a very good story. I did enjoy it a lot. It was very simple, yet for someone that hasn't watched this before, this is my first time watching this. I did enjoy the ending of it. It was kind of a little small twist. Even with spoilers of things I've seen in the past and whatnot, it was still nice to see and actually animated out.
Were you real quick? Were you aware of the identity of Red Hood?
Yes, I know.
Okay, you
Yeah,
already knew. Okay.
yeah. So it wasn't like, oh my
It's
goodness.
kind of thrown in there
Mhm.
anyway. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, you kind of figure it out. I mean, within the first 10+ minutes into
It's
if you know
also
anything.
it's also something that's like, I think in 2010 when this came out, I think it would have been just something they were starting to dabble with in the comic books.
Yeah,
But now it's like he's in Gotham Knights. He's
he's
a
everywhere.
major character, so it's unavoidable. You know who he is. They'll reference his name.
Mhm.
But I mean, I even feel stupid trying to like tiptoe around him right now. This is a spoiler.
There's no
for, like,
there's no reason to tiptoe at
there's
this
no
point.
reason to do it
Yeah.
almost.
So
But yeah.
no, but it is cool though overall to see this. Yeah, it's cool to see this overall. So as everybody knows, this is, I mean, spoiler alert. This is like we spoil a movie that's like 20 years old. Like, like, hey, he's actually dead the entire time, and blah blah blah. But yeah, it's Jason Todd. So, like, oh, whoa, surprise. As
The second Robin.
second Robin.
Yes.
So Dick Grayson obviously is the first. And then you get to see him as Nightwing. Everybody who knows that story, he just comes back. He lives a regular life at first, and then he decides to come back into vigilanteism, and joins Batman again as the sidekick, but as Nightwing. And then Jason Todd, obviously, he gets killed by the Joker, and then gets resurrected in the Lazarus pit. That goddamn Lazarus, like that shit just keeps coming back. Like why? Like, that's like one of those things. It's like, I won't say it's lazy writing. It's cool for like Ra's al Ghul, but or Ra's al Ghul, however you want to pronounce it. But it's crazy. Like that's like such lazy writing. Like if anybody dies, even in the more recent Batman, what was it? Gotham Knights. Well, I don't know if I want to spoil it. Well,
go ahead. I
skirt.
own the game.
Yeah, spoiler.
Yeah, Game Pass.
Yeah, Batman doesn't die. He's not actually dead in there either.
Oh my god!
Yeah, he's like, oh, surprise, Batman's still alive. So guess what it was? Lazarus Pit. I mean, it's always the Lazarus Pit. It's such lazy ass writing. But this one actually kind of made sense. This is the one time where we see Batman actually, or not Batman, Robin or somebody dies and gets brought back. Always in the past has always been somebody just got old. Ra's al Ghul gets old, he gets brought back, blah blah blah. It just does that circle of life along with Talia.
Well, the idea, the Lazarus Pit, like the legend of it, has always been cool. Like, if you put like a dead person in there, they could maybe bring them back, but they would not come. It would be like Pet Cemetery. They come back,
yeah, literally.
Yeah, not quite.
They don't come back the same.
Yeah,
that's what they should have had. They should have had what's it called? That old farmer from Pet Cemetery.
Yeah, that would be good.
Come out and talk to Bruce Wayne. You say, why don't you put it there? They'll come back.
Sorry. No, they should have been put.
Once they put them in that there Lazarus Pit.
That would be hilarious.
I was gonna say, if you're a comic book fan, there are some absolutes, and those absolutes over time have diminished because this is just the nature of comic books. And I mean, and the absolutes I'm talking about was Jason Todd died and Jason Todd is dead. Yeah. And that for a long time and many years was he died. The fact that they brought him back, and in the comic book they brought him back, the first time they brought him back it was a fake out. Because it ended up being Clayface just fucking with Batman, that's Jason Todd, and then they were like, oh no, and then they actually did it, which is kind of a different thing. But so there's some of these absolutes, like it worked out in this case that I think Red Hood is a very interesting character, and he's like in this movie does a really good job of opening the door to the problematic nature of like training a person like Jason and unleashing him in the world, and not being able to take care of that person, kind of losing track. And then this is what happens, the fallout of that. And um, he's evolved a lot in the comic books, but um, this is a cool first time you're kind of experiencing him in the animated series. This is the first time you're kind of getting to know this character, and I think they did a good job in the movie of showing you how dangerous he can be. He's like he has all of Batman's tricks and all of Batman's ideas, but he's doing the thing. We've all talked about it. We talked about it last year when we reviewed Killing Joke. The question of why doesn't Batman just kill Joker? You know what I mean? So it's a like why doesn't he just kill him? He just causes so much misery. And this is a great conversation that Batman has with Jason, where he was like, I do want to kill him, like, but it's that goes into that why he won't kill him, which, it's rehashed. But I think Jason Todd as Red Hood, do we need him in the Batman family? No, but he's an interesting, welcome addition. Over the years, I've warmed up to him. But if they ever bring Uncle Ben back, that's another absolute. These motherfuckers might do it one day.
Yeah.
Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben. They brought back Gwen Stacy. They brought back
Yeah.
fucking Jason Todd.
I thought you were talking about
I'm talking about comic books. I'm just
I know.
Is it all about-
absolutes in comic books. There are very few. We're standing on I feel like I'm on the edge and I'm being pushed off, because they're just reaching for these storylines. Uncle
Yeah.
Ben is like the last thing we have. We're clinging on to. Like, if you take,
Damn it, he's
I'm sure
canon
he's been
event.
brought back. I'm sure it's been brought back.
They've
No,
dabbled with it,
yeah,
but
they brought
not
him
in
back.
yeah,
Like he's fully back. Like, hey, I died, but hey, I'm back.
I
Where's
never died.
Yeah, where's your aunt at?
Yeah.
Missing that ass. Especially the hot Aunt May. Let's bring her back. Like, no, we haven't done that. Marissa Tomei. Like, hey, Marissa. Like, I'm back. Now, it's crazy that with Jason Todd, yeah, he is an interesting character. The crazy thing is that Under the Hood is it's like not even a cliff notes. It's such a rushed example. It's a simplified version of his actual death and coming back.
Under the Red Hood.
So you said what?
Under the Red Hood.
What did I say?
Under the Hood.
Under the Hood. Red Hood. Suck my dick. Shit. But yeah, so no, it's a simplified story for sure. It's the real story of actually how he gets killed is a lot more tragic in of itself. So to have a character we already know that Bruce Wayne is a tortured soul, but to have somebody else that he is responsible for pretty much getting killed, and like Darkseid said, unleashing at this point, him thinking that he's actually dead and torturing himself over that, of all people to kill him, the Joker, Joker gets to everybody, because he's such a great character. Now, I actually really love the Joker in this movie, because this Joker here wasn't practical jokes. It was more of a, he enjoyed the physical the psychological torture people were going through.
He did. The only thing is I'm so used to the voice from
Mark
Hamill and everyone else that the voice just wasn't
Now,
doing
Green
it for
Tuner,
me.
did you recognize the voice?
Which person? Which character?
The
One of them,
character?
Yeah. One
the
of them I
person
did.
doing Joker. Did
Joker.
you recognize? Do you recognize?
He would he would never get it.
No, probably not. Who was it?
You would if you you put it together like what I'm about to say. So it's
hey, it's your buddy. Go ahead.
Is Joe DiMaggio? DiMaggio?
DiMaggio.
Yeah, you're right. I can hear it.
Wait, say it again.
It is.
Say it again.
Yes.
Say
Joe
it again,
DiMaggio.
It's your best friend, Bender.
Yeah, Bender, me.
Me.
I love Bender.
Mm-hmm.
I love him as the king in Disenchanted.
Mm-hmm.
Joker, not too hot on it. Not too hot.
There wasn't any
I
crazy
will
in there.
I will agree with you. It feels like the jokes, like if you isolate what the jokes are that Joker's saying, they're funny if Mark Hamill was gonna say it.
Yes.
Of course.
There was one
Sure.
specific joke where he's talking to Black Hood or Black Mask. Black Hood, Jesus.
Black
Say it
Hood,
again. Wow.
Black Mask.
Omnibus.
And okay.
Wow.
Black Hood
go on.
is Watchmen, right?
Black Hood?
Black Hood.
Yes, Black Hood
Huh?
is it's also it's a deep ass cut from Watchmen, but damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the
Is
like,
he the one with the rope? He has the rope.
yes,
Yes.
fucking- yeah.
Damn, that's good.
Deep ass cut.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a joke he says about we're talking to Black Master is like, I'm gonna need this, and I'm gonna need some guys. It's like, but not these guys,
Yes,
they're
they're
dead.
dead,
But the
yeah.
way he delivered it was not fun.
Nah,
That was
But in
literally
my
the
mind, I
one
could do
thing.
Mark Hamill doing it would be like actually like maniacally funny.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
I'm not
and
gonna lie.
then
That's
he,
I
like,
knew
the-
that was the one you were gonna talk about too.
And
'cause-
the thing about Mark Hamill too is like the way he delivers it, he has like a pacing to it.
Yes.
And I think Joe DiMaggio, I don't know if they told him to do it this way,
it's John.
but he just didn't have like the small like pauses and emphasizing certain words.
The
Like when
little
you
things.
hear, yeah, like so whenever you hear Mark Hamill do it, right? It's not a straight delivery. There's ups, there's downs, there's
Mhm.
pauses, there's things that he does or words he will stretch out to make him things like
True.
funnier.
Sure.
And it just seems like with this Joker, like you said, it was just very, very no nonsense, no
Straightforward.
bullshit, just
Mhm.
straight business, which doesn't particularly make for like a good Joker for me at least.
Oh my goodness, get off of Mark Hamill's dick. Like,
Oh,
I mean, granted,
I mean,
it was fine. His voice is iconic.
Okay,
I will say that.
who voiced the one for the video games? Was that Mark Hamill too?
Yeah.
I was about
Or,
to
say
say,
for Arkham Asylum, yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say, yeah, it's Mark Hamill, but Troy Baker also took over for Mark Hamill, and he does something that's in between, and I don't mind Troy
Oh.
Baker. Horrible Indiana Jones, my opinion.
Yeah.
But Joker, hey, I love
Yeah.
Troy on that.
No, he was good. That's what I'm saying. So people can do it well. It doesn't just have to be Mark Hamill. It's just I think they chose
The wrong
the
person
wrong
to-
voice actor for that part.
Well,
And
no,
you gotta-
the
you gotta
wrong
let-
voice.
You got to let him cook. You got to let him do.
Yeah,
what
let him
you
do
can't
it.
be like
I'm
do
still
Mark
on the
Hamill.
appetizer though.
No, that's fine.
What the
They don't need to do like a copy, like a direct copy of
Yeah.
Sure.
Mark Hamill, but at least give me something that's
Mark Hamill is.
everyone.
Look, this
No,
being
just
that,
believable.
So when,
all of
when
the-
people
all of this being
when
said,
people portray the Joker, they
Yeah.
all have something that links them all together. All right?
Yes,
I'm
Mark
not
Hamill.
quite sure how to say it. No. But there's something in the performance that all the Jokers give where even if they're different from each other, they still kind of all follow the same pattern. Now, when it came to this
I know what
one,
you mean. Yeah,
it's just again, it's the guy is great. I love him as Bender.
he's an amazing
like I
actor.
said.
Yeah.
He's amazing. It's not against him. It's just for
It's
this
flat.
particular thing. Why couldn't they have him do the voice of what's his name, Black Mask?
Black Mask.
That would have made more
Yes.
sense.
Yes.
His voice would have
Sure.
fit
Yeah.
1,000 times better
Yes.
for Black Mask.
Actually, I feel like
agree.
it should have been
100% agree.
switched. It should have been kind of switched because Black Mask was very animated this entire.
Yeah, some
and I-
passion.
Yes.
yeah, and
Yes.
I enjoyed every time.
I mean, it's a
Every
high
time
and a
something went
low.
bad.
It's a high and a low pitch, and Joker
Yeah.
had a low pitch, and Black Mask had that higher pitch. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right.
Right.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, I just loved like with Black Mask. Every time he got upset, he
Yeah,
always
it was-
passes.
He was like a Looney Tunes character. He was
Yeah.
like
Yeah, he just started
surrounded
like
by all.
punching everybody.
Yeah, punching
Yeah,
everybody.
it's like he did what? Ah! Like it's like
And all the,
Why you knucklehead?
yeah, and all his henchmen are just looking at each other like, ah, shit.
yeah, it's like
Crap, here we go.
it was like Mr. Burns every time they cut to him. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. But see, the thing is like, I kind of want to get past the whole Mark Hamill everything. Mark Hamill this, Mark Hamill that. Like, yeah, yes, I get it. It's the iconic Joker voice that we're used to hearing. It's like the obsession. Like, you guys are obsessed with Mark Hamill as Joker, as Ed is obsessed with Heath Ledger as Joker.
I mean, I
the
like
same
Mark
thing.
Hamill too.
But I think
I
no,
am
but I'm
also
saying
obsessed with what's his name, Jack Nicholson as Joker as well. I think his delivery, but same thing. He also didn't do like a flat, fucking just boring ass delivery of his lines.
I mean, I get that.
He added his own twist. Same thing with who Ed ruined for me, Heath Ledger, right? Heath
Yeah.
Ledger,
I'll
same
say
thing.
ruined, but go
He
on.
also had like this
Absolutely
high
ruined.
pitched voice that he felt like a certain thing that you just expect from the Joker. It's the same thing if they released a Batman and then Batman voice was like high pitched, like I'm Batman. You would also be complaining
That's
because
Creamcast.
it's not something we're expecting of Batman.
I just look at it like I enjoyed the Joker for what it was. It
Yeah.
wasn't a I will say it's not the typical Joker voice. I think it only shined in like scenarios where like you had to have the Joker be kind of mellowed out a little bit so that you could see the dynamic between Jason Todd and Batman. Like cuz that was the true like conflict that was going on. Joker was just kind of the means of why this whole beef kind of happened. Now you're getting faced with two different like morality. You have Red Hood who's like kill them all. We need to pretty much cull all the gangsters, all the bad guys because these people are not afraid of you. Versus Batman is like we don't kill. We're there to be a reminder of fear and that justice prevails or whatever. So I think the Joker really shined at the end. I mean, the Joker's appearances. I like the Joker when he was torturing Jason Todd at the very beginning, where he was beating him up. It wasn't like like I'm laughing because I feel like that would have been really obnoxious. When he's really like torturing this guy and trying to beat the shit out of him, and pretty much left him to die.
Obnoxious.
He's obnoxious.
Extremely obnoxious. He's not supposed to be a pleasant, like he's obviously a mastermind. No, everyone knows the Joker's a mastermind, but he's not fucking sitting like behind his desk, like with his, hands tented. Yeah. Like, yes, my plan is falling together.
No, but he wasn't like that.
He's supposed to be pure chaos. The Joker's supposed to be pure chaos that is unpredictable.
I get
it's
that.
supposed to be shown through his delivery.
Just wants fucking like Lex Luthor. Fucking Joker. That's what Creamcast wants.
No, not necessarily.
Probably.
But I like the fact that
keyword necessarily.
I said not necessarily, but I did like the fact that he was actually taking serious to an extent, beating up Jason Todd and was like making jokes with him still while he's beating him. But you can tell this is a more serious Joker. Like I said, in the comic book, the events of why it led up to Jason Todd running into the Joker is a lot more tragic. And I like the fact that, it was not like, I'm just beating you up just because it's fun. He's like really beating the shit out of him, making jokes, and then pretty much pieces out like, hey, blah, blah, blah. And then that mastermind comes in where Jason Todd's like, oh man, I think I could just go ahead and escape out of here. No problem. Holy shit, there's the bomb. And then he just gets blown up. I mean, I kind of like that. But I mean, I see what you guys are saying. And I wish there was the Joker where it was at for Under the Red Hood. I would like it to be brought up maybe 2 notches to give it more variance in his voice.
I'm looking right now at the comic book panel of the Joker like beating Jason Todd to death. Mm-hmm. He has the biggest smile on his face in every single panel. Yep. Oh, yeah, there's not one single panel where he's like being serious.
Sure. But like I said, I like it. Interpretation. I like that one.
We'll see how much you like it when they change Batman's voice to be high pitched.
Yeah,
and then we'll see where your
no. But wait, can we be fair though? Like Batman's voice is not always the same either. I mean, granted, it's always deeper. Well, and of course we have
deeper. It follows a certain pattern.
It does follow a certain pattern. It's always the same kind of like serious tone. Like
that was one of the complaints about Pence, and everyone was like, "Oh no, he's gonna have like a wimpy voice or whatever." He's not gonna have like the.
All he did was whisper most of the time. He's like,
"Yeah, exactly." But that was one of the complaints that people were having. I thought it was good.
I thought it was good too.
I went to Val.
What did you guys think of Bruce Greenwood, who's Batman? No, he does Batman in several movies.
Yeah,
I thought it was
like
fine. Yeah, I thought it was fine.
I think he's serviceable. Conroy,
serviceable.
he ain't, but he's serviceable,
Yeah,
right?
he ain't no
Fine.
Conroy.
He's
Yeah.
unoffensive.
Oh, hold
He
on,
doesn't-
wait. I think all you guys want to do is ride Conroy's dick, fellas.
I mean, that's a fair point, though. I mean,
Uh-huh.
let me cook. Like, yes, you guys want to, but Conroy, I mean, we ain't gonna get that voice no more. So, I mean, you can, I mean, at this point, hop off his dick for real. But like this one, I think Darkseid said it first. I think he said it first. It's serviceable. It wasn't the greatest. There's another Batman voice I like. I forgot who it was. It's like that. It's a deeper Batman voice. I forgot who it was. I forgot. I feel like I think it's from a game. But I don't know. Did Kevin Conroy do all the Batman Arkham?
Not all of them.
Did he do all the Rockstar games?
He didn't do the prequel. He didn't do the prequel.
Arkham Origins is Troy Baker, and I'll check right now if it's
Yeah, he didn't do Origins.
So he didn't do Origins?
No.
I don't know who did Batman's voice in Origins, but I know Troy Baker was.
Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, voices Batman, Two-Face. Yeah, it was Troy Baker. I'm like Troy Baker.
Troy Baker did Batman.
Yeah, he did. I'm looking at Arkham Knight. I think that was Arkham Knight.
Not Arkham Knight. Arkham Origins.
Arkham Origins. No, I'm saying that's the voice of Batman that I liked.
Okay.
But I think he's gonna be the new standard for Batman. For a Batman voice, I believe. So
big shoes to fill.
No, it's big shoes to fill. Absolutely,
he's good.
That's what I'm saying. He's good. I think he's really good for that. I think he has to.
I think he'll be fine. Yeah.
Bruce Greenwood.
Is it Bruce Greenwood?
Or you're talking about Troy Baker?
Troy Baker. I think.
Well, who's gonna be the main guy now? Is it Troy Baker?
I don't think there's a main guy.
There's a current set of new movies that are out where we're not reviewing those, but I don't know who the new guy is.
I don't think there's a set new guy.
There's a set new guy.
There is.
So the current DC animated movies is in a sub universe called the Tomorrowverse, and so they try to keep all the art style and the actors the same. And there's like 9 movies in it right now, and it's just now wrapping up with Crisis on Infinite Earths. There's 3 parts to that, so that's the same guy in all those, and he sounds pretty good. But real quick, I just looked up Arkham Origins. Troy Baker was a Joker. So he was Joker. Oh. Like, I think maybe Kevin Conroy was Batman in it. I don't remember. I'm trying to confirm that.
I can't remember that he was Batman.
Bendito Mac actually said that a while ago, I think, that it was Troy Baker.
Yeah, Troy Baker was Joker, but who was Batman? Bandito Mac, who was Batman? And
Batman.
Well,
well, either way, I think it's Troy Baker. I think that's who I was thinking of, who's going to be kind of the standard moving forward with Batman's voice that I like the most. I think Jensen Ackles, he did this one, right? He did.
Jensen Ackles, I think, he's
Batman in this one, right?
No, isn't it? Bruce Greenwood is.
Oh no, he was Jason Todd.
Yeah, Jason Todd,
which is crazy because he has a deep ass voice too. I think he might be a really good Batman.
He's a good Jason Todd.
No, he was really good.
Yeah, Jason Todd was good.
I think Jason Todd was spot on.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Did you guys? I looked it up to confirm it. But did you guys recognize the unmistakable voice of Nightwing?
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't know. I didn't.
I knew right off the way.
I didn't.
I had to look it up.
It is
Doogie Howser, MD.
Yeah, right.
Doogie Howser, baby. Yeah.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Yep. Neil Patrick
Harris. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was alright.
Which I think it was good too, because I feel like Jason Todd has to have a little gruffier voice, like, because he's out here killing people.
Damn.
While you have Dick Grayson being more of a, hey, I'm still a happy-go-lucky guy. Hey guys, I'm Nightwing.
Hey, real quick,
I kind of like that.
Robert Craig Smith was the voice of Batman in Arkham Origins. I don't even know who that is. That's crazy. Okay, Robert Craig Smith.
Never heard of him either.
Yeah, but I'm kind of curious of how Batman's gonna. Like I said, this one I thought was good. Like I said, serviceable. I would give it good. It was compelling. It fit with the animation. So I was relatively happy with it. So I mean, with Kevin Conroy gone, I wonder who's gonna become the gold standard, or should we look at like AI to replicate like replicate his
No,
voice.
AI is not there yet. I mean, AI is actually doing pretty good. And I've even heard some people do some music of AI, which is very believable, but it's not there yet
Dude,
to
we
do.
saw
Look,
that
I
trailer
think
that Creamcast put for Warhammer.
Oh, the
Yeah,
That
Warhammer 40K.
AI trailer was nuts.
Shit,
Yeah,
that thing was amazing.
I see those all the time now. I mean, I've done a few AI voiceover type videos, and it's just not there yet. It's good. It's really good. It's not there yet.
Well,
Yeah.
a lot of that stuff, like the AI voicing, like I'll listen to it on YouTube.
I think
Like
AI voice is way further along than visual. Like, I mean,
It is.
but
they
it
can
Oh, no.
is. I mean, it is over visual, but what I'm saying is that it's still missing a human element to it. So, like, I'll listen to like these like true crime documentaries where they'll have the AI voice like voicing it over with a human voice, and it still just seems off. It doesn't feel like the old true crime documentaries where people are actually speaking through it and actually like talking. So it's still, you can always tell that like, hey, this is not fully AI. But what I'll say more or less is that you can not have like an AI actually voice the whole thing. Like you just have something to like modulate the voice so that you could
when we say AI,
copy
what are
it.
you guys saying? Like something intelligence is just reading it out and acting, or it's just it's generating the voice of the like it's taking a performance and creating the voice to match
The
I was
latter.
kind of saying
The
both.
latter for me.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean, Disney's already doing that with Darth Vader. James
Yeah.
Earl Jones is all AI supported performance. So like
I would
obviously
say that's easy compared to any
I
other
think
like.
Is
I
it
mean
though?
yeah, I don't think so.
Disney
Kevin
can't do it apparently.
Conroy's
Disney,
Well, I mean, it's
when
Disney.
they tried to
I
do it
mean,
with
it's
Hayden
Disney.
shots
Christensen.
fired. Shots fired.
It's Disney. I'm
Mm.
just saying. But no,
Uh,
there's been a few like songs I've come across on YouTube where someone has used a person who's passed away, and they replicated their voice into AI and made a song collab with someone else,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
it sounds
I mean, they're doing
pretty
that with
good, but
Tupac and Michael Jackson. It's happening right now, and
yeah, it's happening right now
it sounds like these are like from the artist.
Well, it
So
doesn't
yeah,
that's why
sound.
for the
that's what I'm
most
saying.
part.
No,
Some of it.
I think
some.
audio's further along than because it's it's the brain can be tricked a little bit with the audio easily than with the visual.
Well,
I
you'll be
think.
surprised. There was actually a report that came out. I think I saw it today, where hackers somehow scanned
Hacksters.
hacksters.
Oh my
Yeah, with
god!
the
Oh, they
X.
have
They're extreme.
Hackers, the movie too.
They're extreme with the X.
Extreme.
They were able to take the image of a CFO for a company, mimic his voice, and was able to do transactions on his behalf on a
Wow.
Zoom call. So they
Wow.
took that face
with it just his voice.
with his voice and face. They got
Oh
a
wow!
scan of his face,
Mhm.
scanned his face, mapped it onto someone else, and had a Zoom call with
Yeah.
another person in the company, and was able to do financial transactions with his authorization, with his
Mhm.
face and voice.
That's
And
scary.
that person executed them because they thought they were talking to him. So it's one of those crazy things, because I mean, think about it. Like, you're on a call and you have a little bit of distortion because like, oh, I'm not in
Yeah.
we get really bad connection right now, or
Mhm.
or I'm taking this call on the road. Oh, my reception is dropping, it's a little shaky. People
Mhm.
are not gonna really question that too much, especially if you can see the person, what you think is that person. So AI, I mean, visually, I mean, to do that, it takes a lot of skill. Voice is a little bit easier, but it depends on the fidelity of what you're listening to, right? So if you're like listening to it on headphones, you can more easily tell that, okay, this is not that artist or whoever I'm listening to. Like, there was a
Yeah.
good example of a guy had put out an album with a Drake album, uh with like all these different artists that he had pretty much mimicked with AI. And for the most part, it sounds legit. Like, the lyrics sound like how they would rap, the voices sound like them, but when you put in your headphones and you listen to it, you're like, it's a little off. There's
Something's
something
off,
not right.
yeah.
Yeah, something's not right with this. So I would love to see that in the future. Now, granted, this comes back to the whole point of why we had the strike in the first place, the royalties. right?
Right.
So
Right.
like if you have Kevin Conroy, like he can't really advocate for himself anymore. So his family is going to have to advocate for him. You know, how do you pay this man out for using his voice, his iconic voice in future animated films?
It's
I would
already
love
been
to
paid
see his
out.
voice
It's already
live
been
on,
paid out.
but yeah, he's not going to get paid out, or at least they're not going to pay him
No.
like he was living. So
Oh no.
that's
No, his heirs or whoever will inherit. Like, I guarantee you, the next maybe 2 games from now, Kevin Conroy's voice will return as Batman.
yeah, like
I
special
don't know how I feel about
DLC,
that though.
special DLC
Guarantee it.
voice.
Ed, are you doubting my precognitive powers? You really want to do this again?
Listen to what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Oh man, you're about to get embarrassed
Listen to
again.
what I'm saying. I don't know how I feel about that. I didn't say it was going to happen or not going to happen. I'm
That's
saying
right,
is
Mitch.
Yeah,
That's right.
it's funny.
know your role.
He's
Walk
backing
shut your
up.
mouth.
Walk it back.
back.
He's walking
Walk
it
it
back.
back,
No,
Ed.
I
Get real
said nothing
careful. Walk
different.
it back.
I said nothing different. I said
Walk it
nothing
back,
different.
Ed.
I said I don't know.
I'll predict
There's
your
a
doom. I'll predict your doom right
there
now,
is
Ed.
a
Oh.
artist. There is
Allow
no
me to
doom.
do that.
There is an artist that AI artist I follow,
Mhm.
and he started doing AI covers of certain artists who have passed away or even living.
Mhm.
And there are some points where it just sounds like he nails it, and there are some points where you're just like, nah, that's you can tell. Like I can't bump it in my car. I can like probably bump
Can
half
we
of it, and it just
just
sounds good. The
real
other half
quick?
does not sound good
Just
at all.
real
I'm
quick.
talking.
No.
I'm talking. I'm
This is
still
a
talking.
real
I'm
quick
talking.
non
Know your
sequitur
role.
here.
Know your role. I'm talking. Anyways.
Real
So
quick here.
that's
Ed
I'm
Underground.
talking. I'm
Since
talking.
you
I'm
brought up
talking.
AI
Know your
artists.
role. This is EDX.
Yeah.
Erectile
EDX.
dysfunction next.
No.
No?
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
I'm sorry, I misread.
Erectile dysfunction
Extreme
experience.
experience.
Yeah, I thought it was like a
Wow.
cool thing.
No, Ed,
Yeah.
you just talked about your AI artists you admire. You seem to have a trend of AI art you admire that you put into the chat, and then you
There's a theme.
first, yeah, there's a very distinct theme that you took credit for in the beginning, and now you recently posted some other images in our private chat that has the same themes.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Oh yeah, but you immediately said, "Oh, you put a immediate like disclaimer, like I didn't do this, but
Yeah,
here's some
I didn't do it.
identical
I wish I did,
art."
though. Which I did because it's hilarious.
Interesting.
It is hilarious. Yeah,
Sure.
I think it's hilarious. Yeah.
It was imaginative.
I made some AI images of Donald Trump kissing Taylor Swift. I think it's funny.
Against her will? Do you not? Okay.
Oh no,
Ed,
it was.
don't say that. Ed, don't say
like
that
it was-
because
Ed,
she's out here
yeah,
actively suing people for
Ed,
that.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
wouldn't.
I mean, I'm not
Ed,
saying this,
All
so-
alleged. This is entertainment purposes only.
No. He already
This
claimed it.
is-
He already
there's
claimed
no
it.
facts here.
It's too late.
There are no facts in this.
So what
Taylor
I did was
Swift has
very
fuck you
tasteful.
money as well, so we don't want to mess with that.
Yeah, I'm not selling anything. So I mean, there's stuff I heard that is very untasteless.
What you
What I
say?
did was very tasteful. So
What'd you say before? You said you're not selling anything?
no, I'm not selling anything.
Do you realize that the guy who actually put, how can I say it? For
Go on.
the distasteful
it.
pictures of
You can do it.
Taylor Swift. I'm trying to say it the most politically correct way. Not politically correct. I'm trying to say it in a nice way. The distasteful pictures of Taylor Swift. There's one guy in particular who he didn't sell any pictures, right?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't sell any pictures, but he was a big distributor of said pictures, and these people have absolutely ruined his life. They have found out where he lives at. They found all his family members. They keep track of him even when he changes accounts. They keep track of him. They know where he lives. Like I said, they know his address and so forth.
And
So
those Swifties.
These are
Those
Swifties. These are
go
just
hard,
Swifties. These are just Swifties. This is not even Taylor Swift herself going after legally, but Taylor Swift has already came out and said, or her team has already come and said that they will pursue legal action because she has fuck you money. So she has a team. That's what happens when you have fuck you money. So she doesn't have to do it herself. That means that she can just have, hey, I want to legally press charges against these people. I want to sue them. these people, because they're getting paid well by her, are going and just want to be in her presence, are going to execute that. That's what you call fuck you money. So Taylor doesn't actually have to deal with that per se until when she has to go for disposition or whatever else, all that other legal jargon and shit. Then she has to show up. But other than that, she has a team behind her. So that's why I said, even if it's tasteful,
careful.
be very careful out there, because this is becoming a point where now it only takes people like Taylor Swift to get upset. But then laws are going to start getting passed. And then they're going to be like, oh, well, Ed Underground, there's a watermark here. It says EDX. We don't know what that means. We don't know what that means. Is that a gas station pill? We don't know. Is that a gas station pill or whatever? Blah blah blah. But the thing is, you gotta be careful.
What was his images then? Because you see my images.
Yeah, yours is.
I was referencing. I didn't even know why we got onto this very.
You started this conversation.
You started this.
Yeah, I was referencing the diarrhea image.
Yeah. This is
keep fucking posting. I was not referencing any actual individuals who have fuck you money, and I didn't want to talk about them.
That was it.
I was talking about
bringing it up.
Taco Bell diarrhea, juvenile humor that you posted, AI art that you took credit for.
We're all juvenile. Let's be realistic.
All juvenile.
Yeah. No, here's the thing. Does anyone buy that Ed did not create the AI art?
I did not buy.
I told you.
No.
I don't buy it.
That's all I'm saying.
I didn't do it.
And just to describe one of the artworks that is kind of fresh in my mind.
Go ahead.
It's a very large man, almost like Santa Claus-esque.
Yes.
With only wearing a shirt, being propelled forward by his own diarrhea as he is rocket launching his diarrhea into unsuspecting people.
Yeah. Presumably his family. Which is weird because he does
sick mind came
he
up
does
with
have
that.
To be fair,
it wasn't me.
He does have his pants around his legs.
Nobody believes you, bud.
Yeah.
Like I said, I would have liked to do something like that because it's hilarious.
Ed, you've also inundated us early on with some shocking AI art that made me really judge your character and if I knew you at all.
What is this?
So
which one was that?
This is your early Pixar cover art.
Oh, the Pixar
really threw me. So I don't believe anything Ed Underground says anymore.
Come on. I'm just saying what you are thinking. He has done or doing.
Okay, and I feel like you've missed a generation. Like all that stuff that you're talking about that we knew about are like things that we could reference. Well, things that happened like in like late 2000s, like mid 2000s, and like you're coming back and like, hey, I'm bringing this back, baby. I don't care what anybody thinks.
The thing was, it wasn't me that brought it back. It was a whole slew of people brought it back. I thought it was hilarious, and then I found out what program they're doing it on. Yeah. So I decided to, okay, let me see if I could do one. Boom! Oh, that's hilarious.
And the fact but the funny thing is that didn't save you from anything that we just said. You're like, I saw everybody else do it, so I did it too.
There's
but
no
I took it further.
Here. I'm not trying to say
you should try to save yourself.
What? I said nothing wrong.
You didn't say nothing wrong. Oh my god! One of these days we should have like I'm gonna change the setup so that we could do a slideshow, and we're gonna show the great art of the Ed Underground. And Ed does, to be fair, Ed does really great art. And then after we talk about this, we can go back to Batman. Ed does really great art. So if you guys want to see some of the cool concepts that the Ed Underground has done, go check out his YouTube channel, Manga Milk. Ooh woo.
Yeah,
and it's really really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Ed actually did the ooh woo, which is crazy. I've never seen him be so was it kawaii? Cute.
Kawaii.
Yeah, cute. Yeah. I think it's cute.
Well, after spending time with some goth mommies, you learn a thing or two. You know how they talk. Like, oh, it's acting pretty cute. Say it again.
Anyways, back to Batman.
Back to Batman. Yeah, Batman, please save us.
Derail your shit.
Yeah.
What you guys? So what you guys overall? Like, what you guys think about this? Like the music and everything else. I feel like for the most part, like the music was done well. Everything was really done well. Even though the story was kind of shortened, I think this was a really well done animated film. I'm surprised I have not seen this earlier.
So I've actually seen this. I've seen this. This came out in 2010. I've seen this actually 5 times now. It has aged very well. I would love it if they would do some kind of live action, or whoever wrote this story kind of move into something bigger, as into a live action film. Because Because a lot of the Batman animated films, there's a lot of hits rather than misses, and this is definitely a hit. It's actually one of my favorite Batman-esque animated films.
I agree.
Mm.
I agree.
Um, the animation, the story, very compelling. It's very Batman-esque, very dark, a little humor here and there from Nightwing,
Mm.
and just the story, the team up with Nightwing and Batman. You can see the chemistry, and that's kind of hard to do with animation, but 2D animation, but you can actually see the chemistry between them. Like even though they're doing their own thing, you can tell they had a great partnership. Like if they were just riding a bike, like okay, we haven't spent time together in home how many years?
Mm.
We just met up again, back at it like it was yesterday.
I think
Yeah.
Neil Patrick Harris did. I think he did one of the best jobs in terms of his performance because he fit really smoothly into that former partner, like banter and relationship that he has. Like,
Yeah.
whereas Bruce Greenwood, I think is a decent Batman, but I think he played it a little too.
Rough.
Yeah, I think he played it like kind of like Joker's an extreme example, but I think Bruce Greenwood just I don't know. I don't want to go back to like, hey, Conroy had so many more, variations in how he does it, but yeah, I just think whereas Neil Patrick Harris was able to have a little more flexibility in the performance, and that you
Yeah.
could see that familiarity was in there, that confidence was in there, Dick Grayson was in there, whereas Bruce Greenwood, I'm not completely sold on his Batman. I didn't feel the same way about him.
Well, Greenwood, I think so. The time he was with Nightwing, he seemed more, I would say, strict, more almost like distant at times. Like there are
Mm-hmm.
times where he just wanted to be by himself and like find out who this guy was. He'll like
Mm-hmm.
leave Nightwing behind. I think that griffness, the reason for that is because he's still healing from the death of Jason Todd. Because when he saw the flashbacks of Jason Todd, he seemed more like, not
Yeah,
happy go lucky, but more like open, if you know what I
right.
mean. Yeah, but that death, it affected him in his relationships with Nightwing,
I
I would
did
say.
I did
Yeah.
like the fact that he kind of snapped mentally once he kind of started putting the pieces together that Jason Todd was alive. I
Yeah.
did like the fact like him and Alfred just kind of went through this moment. They're like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
And then you could tell like you can feel like Batman was in such disbelief, like he couldn't believe what was going on, and you could just see like the anger kind of rising with himself. Like, I'm supposed to be the world's greatest detective. How did I not know that the person that I care for the most in my life
Yeah.
was not that was not even his real body? And if I had just taken a second to look, I would have known. But I was so into like Batman is supposed to be a selfless character, and all in all, he's selfless. He puts everybody before himself, even the bad guys, good guys, and so forth. He takes care of those around him and those he interacts with. And then in his moment of grief, this is you see kind of like a little chink in his armor. He was so devastated by the death of Jason Todd that he didn't want to look at the casket. He just paid the money to pretty much get his body back,
Mm-hmm.
flown over, and then that was it. And but he was so into himself that he could not even fathom to look at Jason Todd. And I love the fact that like after all this time, you can kind of see that. Like think about it in real life, like somebody you thought was dead all these years, and then they come back like surprise, I'm alive.
5 years later.
Yeah, it's just like what the hell just happened? Like I mourned you and all this other stuff, and now you're coming back to my life and realize that I was the reason that you died, and I'm the reason why you're probably in this predicament that you're in now, and the
Your
way that you
dead body
think,
was in my arms, basically. I
pretty
mean,
much. So yeah, I loved it. Like I said, I loved it. There's definitely some stronger acting that could have occurred. I mean, I think we're all looking back at like, what if we had the all-star team doing this movie? Which, I mean, if I think that if that would have happened, that would have been absolutely amazing. But I think for what we got, especially for me watching it for the first time, I'm happy with it. I
oh,
think
this is
it
your
was good.
first time watching this?
Yeah, I said I never
Oh,
watched it
wow. I
before.
didn't know that. I
Yeah,
didn't know
so
that.
that's why I really enjoyed it. Like even though I knew all the stuff who Red Hood was, the storyline behind it, I just still enjoyed it. It was really cool to kind of see it animated. So
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. The whole origin of this Red Hood is because comic book lovers didn't like Jason Todd as Robin, so they killed off Robin, and down the road they brought this uh new version of Jason Todd, Red Hood. Is that correct?
So
Or
I think in the 80s, DC Comics did a really cool interactive kind of thing where they created a uh, like a comic book story in which they announced that we will kill Robin, or Robin will live at the end of the story, and
You
you have to call this
call
phone
in,
number.
yeah.
And this was in the
uh
80s, so this was old school. And trolls, as human beings are, given internet or no internet, like we wanted to see that mofo
He
die.
died,
And
yeah.
if actually,
Yeah.
funny story right now, if you go to comic books stores, DC Comics is opening their vaults, so they're doing, and Marvel's doing this too right now, where they're creating perfect fabrications of classic comic books, so you could buy it like a comic book, like a classic, any kind of comic book. There's coming out every week. They're re-releasing classic issues, but they're perfectly fabricated. So the ads are the same from 1978. Everything's so. Right now, DC Comics is re-releasing Death in the Family,
ooh,
but they're re-releasing the never before seen alternate Robin Lives storyline,
Oh.
which is
really?
happening right now. Yeah, it's like I think the the third issue is out right now. But
Hmm.
yeah, so this the flashbacks we see in this movie is from Death in the Family,
Mhm.
Yeah,
which is something they finally animated a couple, like very recently.
yeah.
That is officially in the animated universe the sequel to this movie's sequel. So even though it takes place before and it's the story, but they animated that, so we will be talking about Death in the Family for sure. That's on the list. But that is one of the most important comic books. But yeah, I thought that the call-in uh, contest that they did was crazy. Yeah, I guess that's how they got ideas around back in the day.
It's
But yeah, so
crazy.
they killed him. They killed him, man. Um, so
Yeah.
But I pretty much well, like I said, this is my fourth or fifth seeing at this movie. Great movie. Even though not a big fan of the voice actors, this story kind of overshadowed that.
mhm.
So I greatly appreciate the writing of this story. Not a big fan of the person who was the Joker. I feel like could have been a lot better. Um,
Yeah,
Jason Todd, I think, was dead on. Batman, even though it wasn't our boy, good Batman.
yeah.
Nightwing, I'm kind of in the middle of that.
Okay. All right.
Just my opinion, but
All right.
great overall, great
I think
movie.
the story,
Yes.
wrapping it up here, I think the story does a lot of heavy lifting. It's a good story. It's well
Oh yeah.
executed. They could have screwed up, even in the comic books, they could have screwed up the Jason Todd return. They spun it into something very interesting. Like I said, Red Hood, I've hated him for a long time. I'm warming up to him as a comic book fan. But the story of his
Why do you
return is
hate
very
him?
good. Because of he's an absolute that should not be brought back, and now that they succeeded in bringing him back, it just opens the door to other stupid fucking things that I don't want them to do.
More
The Lazarus
Lazarus
Pit.
Pit. Yeah, more Lazarus.
I know you're not a big fan of the Lazarus Pit, but I think this is maybe the second time I think the whole Lazarus Pit thing was done well. I
What was the
think.
other time?
Uh, what was it? Was it Batman? Batman Beyond. When they put him in the Lazarus Pit, he was still alive and he got younger.
Oh, I didn't watch it. I don't know,
Oh,
or I don't remember it. But yeah, no, yeah, it's got all the elements of a cool Batman movie
yeah.
for sure.
I would love
So
to see this somehow become live action or something. Would it be
I'd
amazing?
agree with you. Yeah, I think this kind of is the roadmap. If they were to, the only way they could execute this is if they established the Robins and the history and the relationships and Nightwing, and so that would be like a down the road kind of movie that maybe one day we'll ever get. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
To
One
to
one thing they didn't do was kind of like have an establishment of, okay, does Nightwing know this Robin? After the fact that Batman found out that this is my, Robin, one of my Robins.
What do
That
you
would have
mean?
been cool. That would have been cool if they would have did something like that. But I think you have to really build out kind of the world a little
You
bit
have to,
more
yeah.
outside of a 1 hour and 16 minute movie. So for live action, they do that. That'd be cool. But that takes some serious world building, and you need a Kevin Feige right now to do that. Don't trust.
Feige?
Yeah, I don't trust.
Feige.
I don't
I
trust.
don't trust Kevin Feige for this. No. He
He
too
well,
Marvel-fied.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You can't. I don't trust a gun, and I don't trust Snyder at this moment after watching Rebel Moon. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with
Wow.
that.
You turned on
Uh,
Snyder?
All
yeah.
right.
All
All
right.
right. Well,
Yeah, we turned on Snyder's original ideas. That's what we
Yeah.
turned on.
Yeah. If he has a script that he can work from, then he's good. When he comes with the original idea,
Don't you guys like Sucker Punch? I've said I thought Sucker Punch is boring as hell.
yeah,
Don't you?
I think
It's
for its
boring.
time,
we like the
it's
action.
visually appealing.
Yeah.
I appreciate. Here's the thing, and I appreciate it with this one too. I like his creativity. I like it. It's just Sucker Punch was
Empty.
nothing but eye candy.
Flash.
That's all
Yeah.
it was.
Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah, Flash, no
But here's the
substance.
I know I wasn't on the Rebel Moon review podcast, but like,
Oh yeah, what did you think of that
No,
film?
no. If you need
Oh,
an
you're
opinion,
here.
he should have been here.
Yeah, I
No,
should have been
because
here. That's the rules.
Oh.
that's the rule.
Shut the
No,
fuck up.
go ahead.
But so I think he's way more creative in even though I think Sucker Punch is boring. I was snoozing through that. I think he's way more visually creative in Sucker Punch than he was in Rebel Moon. Rebel Moon,
Yeah.
what a snooze fest, overlong, boring characters. I think there's only two things I found interesting. One was the robot. The robot didn't do anything. It
I
only
said
kind of did
that.
something cool. And then I think Green Tuner already voiced my opinion. The alien, brain alien, that's Futurama style alien that was talking through somebody's head. That's a creative idea. So here's my take on that. This is supposed to be his Star Wars pitch, right? Movie. This was boring as hell. So
More
this
like
is why it didn't
Spaceballs.
get. Yeah, like I mean, if you want to do a outlandish sci-fi adventure, go crazy. Like I mean, hate bringing the man up, but James Gunn, like go crazy with shit. And like the ideas, like his craziest idea was the alien that spoke through the guy. Like that's a cool idea. Like I mean, Futurama. Futurama is a great example of sci-fi. That's a fun universe that you could an action movie in that universe would be awesome. You know what I mean?
Would be, yeah, but it's two different universes also. I mean, we're talking about
Yeah,
like
no kidding. It's
very
two different universes. But
yeah,
I'm saying like you could take the outlandish aliens and landscapes and creatures, and you can make a fun universe. And I think Guardians of the Galaxy is the best example of what I'm talking
yeah.
about. If you give Zack Snyder's R-rated edge to Guardians of the Galaxy and produce something, that's what I would say would be what I wanted. But instead, you got this like AI art generated backgrounds and this fucking
Whoa.
Griffin, this manga milk
Whoa.
bullshit.
Whoa.
Don't you dare insult AI art, because this was not AI art. This was
I said
handmade
it looks
by
like
Snyder
AI.
himself.
It looks like AI art garbage is what I said, Ed.
Yeah, but like I said before,
Dull.
I don't think this was inspired.
The uniforms, the like military uniform, snore fest, man. Like I mean,
I'm not
at
disagreeing.
least Star Wars had like cool. The stormtroopers looked cool. At least like this was like dabbling in like Warhammer imagery, but it didn't go all the like. At least
Well, it
Warhammer
can't
has
because it's
power
not
armor and
Warhammer, it's
shit.
Star Wars.
But no, not
it
even Star
wasn't
Wars.
this wasn't an inspiration. It was a trying to be Star Wars. That's what I feel like. Like you could be inspired by something and like make your own thing by an inspiration. This was more like I want to be Star Wars type thing.
Yeah,
If you understand what I'm saying.
He was making a Star
Yeah,
Wars.
but it just didn't work at all.
No. So I think there's two more of those rebel modes. Anyways.
Oh, and AI can do hands. Look up the YouTube channel Manga Milk, and you'll see some hands being thrown in there.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. I heard this shit channel anyways. 7.5 for me from under the red hood. 7.5. I thought it was good. I just in the scale of Batman animated movies, I hold certain other ones to a higher degree. This is very good. Actually, yeah, no, I'll stick with 7.5. I said my piece.
Good.
Okay. For this one, I give it for Under the Red Hood, I give it an 8. It was enjoyable. Yeah, like to dive in more into the animated world of DC because it's definitely better than a lot of the live action. So
Yeah, shot fired.
Shots fired. Pew pew. All right. Yeah,
Tuner.
Okay, for this one, I'll give it 7.
That's respectful.
Wow.
Yeah.
Respectful.
Above average. I've watched it, obviously not as many times as Ed suppose he has watched it. But what's it called? Like the first time I watched it was great, but I found that the more times I watch it, it's still good, but it doesn't have that same
I would absolutely
impact
agree
that you're
with you.
feeling right now, Creamcast.
Mhm.
Like
'Cause
that. I remember the first time watching it.
I would have been an 8, right where Creamcast is, but now having rewatched it, animation is good, story is good, but the
Yeah.
voice stuff we just talked about brought
Yeah.
it back to 7.5 for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean it's among the better animated movies. But it's a hard one to compete, especially if you got things like Mask of the Phantasm, or
Yes.
you got what's it called? What's the other one that we were
The Long
like
Halloween.
all super crazy about? The Long Halloween, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, that was gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but 7, which
7.
is still good, above
Yeah.
average.
That's good. All right, Ed.
Oh, like I said, I've seen it 4 or 5 times. When the first time I saw it, I don't think there are many Batman animated movies that came out. So it's still one of my favorites. I give it an 8 out of 10.
That's
It will be higher, just the voices still don't fully do it for me, but the story overshadows that, which I'm very appreciative of. Love it. I would see it again at some point.
Okay, cool. Awesome. All right, we got some comments in the chat. Seems like some new people. That's actually very interesting. Deeply talkative. Of all the birds, your favorite bird is Robin. Well, we do have a Robin on the panel.
Whose favorite bird is the Robin?
Not mine. I mean, I like Raven.
Raven is your bird?
No, because he's stuck on the whole goth thing. So
no,
yeah.
I'm saying like bird. What bird would
like
be your
really?
favorite bird?
What bird is my favorite bird?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. I mean, it's probably not, but my first thought is the crow.
The crow.
Yeah.
The crow. That's such a fucking lame one.
Oh,
I was
gonna go
remember,
with
remember
toucan.
because Ed believes he's dark and mysterious.
Yeah,
Hey, you believe that? I didn't say a word. If you think that, hey, that's what you're thinking, not me.
Yeah, I don't know, Ed. I feel like you are sitting here, like really thinking you're dark and mysterious. Only thing you have left to do at this point is paint your face white with a little bit of black, and I feel
Maybe
like
for
you're
Halloween.
yeah, you should. My favorite bird by far. I don't want to like kind of brag. I am an avid bird watcher.
Really?
Yes,
What?
I'm an avid bird watcher. Absolutely.
You're full of shit.
Avid bird watcher.
Okay, if you're an avid bird watcher, what are the last 3 birds you spotted?
Get 'em.
And I know you're googling them right now.
Stop
I can
googling
see
shit.
it.
Do it.
I
Stop
can
googling
see
shit.
that.
I'm not
your
good.
hands.
Okay, so you
Get
want to see
your
my
eyes.
hands?
See
Okay,
those-
you
Hey,
see
no,
my
no,
hands?
no. Lock your eyes with us right now.
Okay, lock my eyes. I'll lock my eyes.
No,
Oh,
What
both
you get?
hands, both hands.
Bullshit.
Both hands. Okay.
He's about to say something swallow or something.
Okay. No.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So I'm looking right at the camera, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No. I mean, if I'm gonna choose a bird, I would choose. I mean, let's be honest. Let's go for our home state. Cardinal. Most beautiful.
Oh, that's not a bad one. All
Yeah,
right. A
Cardinals-
good cardinal.
Yeah,
Hey, you
like-
said the crow's generic or whatever?
Yeah, the crow's so lame.
It is
Yeah,
lame. It is pretty.
Oh,
lame.
come on. That was basic. But
The
go on.
Cardinal because that's from our home. Ed,
Crow
do you
is
even
basic.
Ed,
bitch.
do you even know that the Cardinal was Illinois state bird?
No, because I'm not.
Of course
bird
you're not.
person.
Because so why are you saying that's so basic when you don't even know the bird
Because
exists?
I
Yeah, you
could've
don't
said
even
that
know
that was
what basic. For all you know, the Cardinals could be the Cadillac of birds. You have
Yeah.
no
You have
like
no idea.
basis on anything. You
Yeah,
just
how,
assume
like,
the
how
Carlo's like
are-
the Starbucks of I don't know whatever.
How are you on the Blrd podcast and you don't know anything about birds? Like, holy jeez, man.
I didn't know it was part of
Deeply
the Blrd
talkative.
podcast.
I apologize. This
I don't
we're-
know. For me, like I said, a toucan.
toucan,
I don't know.
nice,
Oh,
Yeah,
come
they got
on.
that cool
Oh.
ass beak.
Yeah.
And they love Fruit Loops.
and they love cereal. Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
And
They do.
remember,
You
Fruit
gotta
Loops are
fol-
all different
follow your-
flavors.
Yeah, you gotta follow your nose.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
all different
follow your
flavors too.
nose.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All right, here's
Deeply talkative.
Dark
we're
Side.
sorry.
What's your favorite bird?
Yeah, what's your favorite bird,
Googling
dude?
it.
Of course, I'm Indian. Peacock. I've got to be a peacock.
There's no peacocks in India.
You failed geography, bitch.
There's no peacocks in
Wait,
India.
are
dude.
there
I've
peacocks? in-
never.
There's peacocks all over in India.
I'm gonna look this
Really?
up.
Look it up. Look it up.
Peacock origin.
Look it up.
Oh my goodness! Well, they call it the peafowl. Is are
they
native
call
to
them
Sri
peafowl.
Lanka and India. Wow.
Bitch.
Wow.
The fuck you talking
Wait,
about?
no,
you
no, no,
cardinal
wait.
ass
Wait.
motherfucker?
No,
why
wait,
do
no.
they call them
Deep,
peafows instead of peacocks? Is it just
Yeah.
because they were cock?
Explain.
maybe. But you know what? No.
Yeah,
Cock
cock
is
is
too
Guys,
much.
guys. No, screw
Yeah.
you, deeply talkative. You came into our chat, right? And you started a whole war about birds and avian species. And
Yeah,
then
we're
you're
trying
gonna
to wrap
start.
this shit up.
Yeah, we're trying to wrap
Wait,
this shit up.
Open no door here.
Who?
There's a person in our chat talking about
Oh,
why
deeply
we're not
talking about. Yeah,
Yeah.
so,
a few,
this
actually.
bitch
Yeah,
loves
yeah.
pigeons.
The-
Pigeons.
pigeons.
The rat of the cities.
Yeah, like holy
Who
smokes!
likes pigeons?
Are you?
Oh, he likes pigeons.
Deeply talkative.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
this-
better come with a stronger bird game.
I
if you're
don't
trying
Yeah,
to,
next
like,
ti-
show
next
off
time-
your, like knowledge.
Yeah, next time if you come into this chat, do not bring up a bird that you can eat. You know, like with the no, just don't do that. Just the pigeon
Don't
is the
bring me
rat.
a bird that you can't feed like rice or whatever to, because those stupid bellies will blow up.
Blow up or something. Yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
if you're gonna
Wow.
bring a bird, or you're gonna come to our chat, please bring some knowledge about avian
come
species.
correct,
Like
please.
holy shit! Like
Crow
what is
all
it-
day, baby.
What is this? Is this the
Alright.
Ed Underground?
Bandito, what's your favorite?
There's only one.
Bandito, what's your favorite bird?
Yeah, what's your favorite
I'm
bird?
just asking everybody.
Bandito Mac, what is your favorite bird of all time?
by the way,
Secretary bird.
Secretary bird.
Secretary
Okay.
bird.
I have no idea what that even is.
He literally just googled that, and I don't believe him.
Is
Uh,
that the bird that's the secretary for Mufasa and Lion King? You know, the Zazu? Is that Secretary
Oh,
Bird?
Is it?
Oh no.
yeah.
He has it for a different
Fucking
reason.
Zazu? Shit.
He says,
Oh, you
"Why
know
is
what?
why
That
is it
is
so
a
fine?
Gorgeous bird.
It
Why
is
is
a
it so
That
fine
is
bird.
a royal looking bird.
It is very delicious
Secretary
looking.
Bird?
Yeah.
Is this something you can
Like,
cook?
Dude, I'm telling you, this is something out of like Final Fantasy. This whatever this bird is.
It does look like a
fucking
chocobo.
insane. Yeah.
It looks like a
Really?
chocobo for sure.
Oh, shit. Yeah, it does. Oh, yeah. It does look
Oh,
like you
shit.
could ride it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, look, deeply talkative. Take a few notes from Bandito. Go with a weird ass bird like he did.
Oh,
Like,
dang.
yeah.
It's so graceful.
Yeah, it's a beautiful bird. I'm not gonna lie. It
Yeah,
is
well
like I kind of gotta stop looking at his picture. You know.
All right. I would.
Oh
give,
yeah. So let's move.
I
on.
would give Secretary Bird 8.5 for sure.
I have
8.5?
nah,
Secretary,
10 out
I'm
of
gonna
10.
go with a hard 9. I have
10
not
out of
seen
10?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I give it 10
I
out of
haven't
10.
seen a bird like that in
Look at his
like
legs.
if you show me that picture, I would have thought
What
you
about
made
the
it an
bird?
AI.
What about the bird that does that mating dance where it does like that?
Oh,
whole
yeah,
fucking-
yeah.
Oh,
Is-
that's
that's
cool.
That's a 10 out of 10. Those
Yeah,
Galapagos
that's true.
birds.
Pigeon?
All those
Not pigeon, what
Galapagos
is it
birds are
called?
cool.
Peacock.
Well, Deeply Talkative did bring some great commentary. Secretary birds are cool because you can tell them to blow you or they're fired.
Mm,
So
It's part
I
of the
mean,
job, baby.
hey,
problematic,
baby.
problematic.
hey, we can't fight evolution, baby. Like
Mhm.
if it's evolved to do that, that's what it does.
Should
I
have
mean,
told that to Vince McMahon.
Yeah. Okay, so
Alright.
we got another comment from I think this is Flux
Alright.
Joe. Chris O'Donnell was a good Robin.
I saw that. I
That
saw
was
that.
that's a very
Ah,
controversial
yeah.
Hot take. It's a very,
very
hot
controversial.
take.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see, you know what, that would be kind of funny if he ever did a cameo in a future Batman and Robin movie. That would be hilarious. Is he
Well,
actually is he
we
still
got
alive?
Clooney. We got Clooney as Batman back.
got the
so
Cloonster.
maybe we could do.
Mhm.
I
I
would
think
love
he's
to
done
see
though,
it.
isn't he?
I would love to see a reunion. No,
should be
he
done.
does stuff. He does stuff.
Wait,
Holy metal,
he's,
Batman.
no, he's 53.
Because there's holes.
No, Joe, he's 53. I mean, Clooney was what, at least 60.
Yeah, but we've talked about this. Clooney is a fine ass wine.
Yeah, he's
He only
62.
Yeah.
gets better.
He
Mhm.
does
The
get
more
better over
salt and
time.
pepper
Eh,
he gets, the
have
richer
not
he becomes.
seen what Chris
Eh.
O'Donnell looks like. Isn't he one of those like SVU shows or something?
Oh, Chris-
one of those
Yeah,
prank
he
shows?
is.
He
Chris
used to
O'Donnell.
be. He used to be.
CSI
With
or some shit.
what's
yeah.
that rapper's name?
LL
Cool J. Yeah.
Yep.
NCIS Los Angeles.
Dude, I was about to say.
Oh, Ed, how do you even
Ice-T.
know that?
I forgot about
Jeez.
this.
You know what?
How do you know that Chris O'Donnell's with NCIS Los Angeles? Jeez, that's
I've seen commercials of him in it. Like, huh, isn't that Robin?
What, you
And
seen
it-
commercials? Did they even play?
Yeah.
Did they play commercials anymore?
Well, this is an old show. This isn't something new.
No, it's still going on. What are you talking about?
Oh, it is? Oh, if it is, I don't know
know now. It was supposed to. Last airing was in 2023.
Mm.
I've seen
So-
commercials beforehand.
Joe says, "Is that Lebanese blood?" Maybe.
I think talking about that Clooney.
Yeah, Kluntang. Yeah, like
Mm.
he is a fine ass
Oh,
man.
I was
I'm
like,
not
God
gonna lie.
damn, what's the Chris O'Donnell?
No, not Chris O'Donnell.
At all.
No
I'm like, what?
Lebanese blood in Chris O'Donnell.
Yeah, Chris
That man
O'Donnell.
is Irish to the T.
Yeah, Chris O'Donnell is definitely not Lebanese. But Clooney, he's a fine
Clooney
ass
got
man.
the mix of that Mediterranean. He got like the right combination of. Makes me so mad. God damn.
Yeah, he is a fine man.
All right. Okay.
No pause.
And with that.
Oh,
And with that.
All right,
This episode
let's go ahead and wrap this up, Ed.
takes out.
Mhm.
Well, ladies and
shit.
gentlemen.
All right.
It was-
All right, we'll see you guys next episode. Blurry
Well,
ladies.
ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 100 and... Oh, you want me to do it, Benito Man?
No.
Oh, wait,
No,
the
Bandito,
people-
what the
I will
hell?
put-
people have
You know what?
spoken.
Creamcast
Hold
just
on.
take
Can you
us out if
please
he
block
does it.
Bandito?
Yeah, if he
people
does
do
it, I am taking this
Time
out.
him out.
Yeah, just
Time him
fucking
out.
do
Hey
it.
guys, blur your
Would
later.
you deny the people?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
You would deny the
so
people. If
thank
the
you for
people wanna
listening
hear,
to the
you
Blrd
gotta give the
podcast.
people what
We'll
they
see you
want.
again
I'm
next
not
week.
done. Nope.
Yep. All right,
nope.
next
Take us
episode.
out.
Yep.
Creamcast.
All right, next.
Well, ladies and gentlemen.